BioWare's Anthem is dead. It's time to look forward to more Mass Effect and Dragon Age. In MCU news, we know what the next Spider-Man movie will be called and when we can watch Loki. And Republic Commando and the Bad Batch are going to be keeping Clone Warriors busy this spring. All that and the latest and everything cool today in The Rundown, live. Hey everybody, welcome to The Rundown Live. It's great to see everybody today. We've got lots of good news to dig into, and then we are going to play some brand new Switch titles. Well, they're mostly pretty new. They've been around very recently, but they've been sitting on my machine, and I've been wanting to play them and share them with you guys, so that's what we're going to do today. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. I see a whole bunch of you in there. Goku was first in the room. Good to see you, brother. What do we have? We have Acid Riot Life. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. That's awesome. Hands up, everybody that's brand new to EPN. Please let me know in the comments below. Jump in if this is your first time watching a live stream, if you've been digging the rundowns and you wanted to kind of see what this community is all about. We have the best chat on the internet, I like to say, and get to know these people. We've got Pathetic Earthling in their XGR extensive game reviews. Jordan Cunningham is here. Robert Tolan welcomed everybody, I think, to his chat, which is pretty cool. Dad Dude is in here. Lots of great multiplayer Dreamcast games. He says Unreal Tournament, Choo Choo Rocket, Hydro Thunder, Cannon Spike. Somebody's getting into the Dreamcast. I dig that. Who else have we got in there? Nick Seabright. Just like a little fluff on my microphone here. Jordan Cunningham. Hello, Victor Lucas in all caps. What up, Vic from Anoop Tour? All right, we've got some news to get into in this live rundown, and it is dedicated today to Wesley Wyndham Price, who says VR is a meaningful gaming platform, just not a central one like consoles and PC gaming, but it's still a solid moneymaker and growing with each generation, just like consoles evolved. VR will evolve as well. And I think that you are correct about that. That's, of course, a comment on the new PlayStation VR 2 news for PSVR. A lot of titles now that we have to remember. But let's get started. We are going to talk a little bit about Anthem, which is not great news, but Anthem is shutting down as we kind of expected that they would. EA and Bioware executives all met to kind of discuss the future of this game. And what's been decided is that they're not going to continue development on what was called Anthem Next. The existing Anthem property as we know it today, and I have to be honest, it's been many months since I've checked out Anthem, will continue to exist online, but obviously EA is, thinking about the future by, first of all, going back to the past with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is coming out this spring. They've showed off a little bit of the upgrades that they're putting to their seminal sci-fi RPG, or what they're calling the groundbreaking sci-fi epic right there. Looking forward to diving back into these games in a big way, and then, of course, they are going to be jumping forward with a brand new Mass Effect, which they've only been able to tease us with so far. All we've got is this tiny little glimpse, this sort of rendered cinematic that kind of, posits a future post Commander Shepard and what's going to be happening with the characters and this franchise going forward. Honestly, it's the right move. And of course, the other huge right move is that they are also digging deep into Dragon Age, and there's a new Dragon Age game that's coming up. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they've got in store for that one. I love the previous Dragon Age game. Not a huge fan of Mass Effect Andromeda, but I'm a fan of Mass Effect in general. And I love Bioware. And I know that they've had some tumultuous times. They've had senior execs and senior leadership kind of transition and move away from some of their stuff. They've had a lot of people that they've kind of had to, appease and bring back into the fold. And I think that the development sort of focus that they've got now on Mass Effect and Dragon Age is exactly the right move for Bioware. And of course, I think a lot of us in here are longtime players, can appreciate what BioWare has given to the gaming universe, and we wish nothing but the best for BioWare. And I know that there were a lot of folks on Anthem that were anticipating being able to kind of remedy the situation there and sort of make good on some promises, but sometimes you just gotta let it go, my best wishes to everybody involved, not only on Anthem, but at Bioware right now. I just want the company to soar again and to have a bunch of amazing games to look forward to, which we do have. We also have a brand new Spider-Man to look forward to, and there was a cheeky video that was released today with Tom Holland and Zendaya, and I forget this actor's name, the Tom Holland's buddy, but they're all terrific actors. They're phenomenal in their roles. I love these Spider-Man movies. You guys can tell me in the chat here, but he's terrific as well. The guy that's Tom Holland's buddy. But the new movie is called No Way Home. I probably am not breaking this to you. You've probably seen this because it's all over the internet. But I think it's it's fitting, and it sort of plays along with the home, the sort of home theme that the Spider-Man movies have already had. And honestly, I'm blanking on the two previous home titles right now because I have a million things to talk about today, and I didn't prep that. I didn't prep the previous titles for the previous Spider-Man movies. I know one of them wasn't called Spider-Man Home Alone, but they probably should make Spider-Man Home Alone. That would be a blast. But I love the Tom Holland Spidey movies. Tom Holland has also been cheeky and been saying that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are not going to be a part of Spider-Man 3, and he said that he's read the whole script. But of course, Tom Holland is, I don't know if this is a marketing scheme that they have around this guy to make him more likable, but he's infamous for leaking stuff and revealing things. Let's see, we got Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home. Thank you. That is from Goku. You always got my back, Goku. But the other big news that we got today revolving around the MCU is that we know when Loki is going to be available on Disney Plus, and it is Marvelicious on Disney Plus this year. Lots and lots of cool content coming our way. The Loki series is coming on June 11th, so it's going to be a busy spring because, of course, we're wrapping up WandaVision. I can't wait for Friday's episode, actually late Thursday night's episode. And then we have the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then we have the Black Widow movie, which is still scheduled to be in theaters this spring, just before we get Loki on June 11th. And the whole premise behind Loki just sounds sensational. He stole the Tesseract in Endgame, and he's got the ability to kind of travel through time, and he deals with this new time group right now. It's the Time Variance Authority, the TVA, and it looks like Owen Wilson works for them. Owen Wilson is a part of this show. I love Owen Wilson. He's a great actor. So it looks like it's, expensive, and it looks like there's going to be lots of cool, trippy special effects, and they're sparing no expense for the types of performers that are going to be a part of this. But we have a lot of Marvel content to look forward to, and I am very happy about that. I'm digging this sort of new era of the MCU that's flitting in between the movies and these TV shows. It's very exciting, and oh man, is WandaVision a weird show that gets its hooks into you, right? I was actually with my wife and daughter last night. We're all looking forward to WandaVision on Friday, and what a series to kind of capture, our disparate interests. We're all intrigued. We all want to know where this show is going to take us and who the big bad reveals are and what kind. I mean, they've done an amazing job with that show. It's almost like Lost. It's almost getting people to talk about it in this kind of like puzzle box mystery solving kind of way. So yeah, looking forward to wherever the MCU is taking us to next. It's all uncharted territory. I feel like the previous decade of the MCU was kind of fulfilling a lot of promises, giving us the tease of what Thanos was, and sort of threading all of these different plot lines into one another to kind of get us to this big, momentous fight. And the Russo brothers didn't let us down with Infinity War and Endgame. We got epic battles, and we saw lots of superheroes. But now we don't know where the hell they're going to take us and how it's going to cross over with Doctor Strange and the metaverse and all of that stuff. It's incredible. Okay, you guys have a lot of comments coming in. I'll catch up on some of the comments after I spiel through some of the other news. The other big thing that's happening, I guess it's in the Disneyverse. I think we're all living in the Disneyverse at this point, is that the Republic Commando game from 2005 is coming back again for the Nintendo Switch. This is the Switch version trailer. I don't know how different the game is going to look on Switch compared to PlayStation 4, which will also be playable on PlayStation 5. Aspyr has got the publishing rights again, working with some great Star Wars game IP like they have done in the past. This is a terrific experience if you've never checked this out, never played it before. It's kind of like Tom Clancy meets the Clone Wars. And back in 2005 on Electric Playground, we actually did a whole going behind the scenes on Clone Wars with LucasArts employees, and we got the Golden Gate Garrison, the guys that dress up in cosplay and create their own stormtrooper outfits and clone trooper outfits. They came and were a part of this sequence, and it was a total blast. It was so much fun, and it was always such a great time to work with LucasArts on these things. We added some special effects and stuff, and we traveled around San Francisco. Here we're getting a little bit of detail on the game. I'm skipping forward here a bit, so it's going to look a little weird here for a second. But then the clone troopers land, and then Jade gets to go cruising around the city with Matt Schell from LucasArts, who still works at Lucas, by the way. He's a great dude, and it just brings back so many great memories. The game is a blast. It was wonderful then. I remember loving it on the original Xbox. I can't wait to play it again on the Switch and or the PlayStation 4 or 5. Well, I'm not using the PlayStation 4 these days. It's all PS5. These are just regular folks out on the street in San Francisco, and they just dealt with us walking around with these clone troopers. It was really fun, and this was like Jade's. It wasn't her first day with us, but yeah, this was her entree into the zaniness of Electric Playground. Some really fun stuff. But on May 4th, may the 4th be with you, Lucasfilm has revealed that they're going to be unleashing the Bad Batch on us. Now, this is the carryover from the Clone Wars series. We got introduced to the Bad Batch in the 6th season of the Clone Wars. They're incredibly cool. They're kind of like rogue, individuals. They're still clones, but they have unique personalities, and they sort of go against the grain. And of course, we're dealing with the rise of the Galactic Empire in this. I mean, we're sort of going into what we know as Episode 4 as we're getting into the Bad Batch. So it looks like there's going to be some clone on clone battle action, and some interesting combat sequences and some beautiful visuals. Can't wait, man. So we're going to have this tug of war, all engineered by the very smart, creative folks at Disney, between Star Wars and the MCU, it feels like, all year long. And it's going to culminate in Ms. Marvel, and we're also getting a Hawkeye show. And we're going to be getting the Boba Fett show. I mean, it's insane what all of this content, all of this fun stuff is heading our way. I've also got a couple of other quick things to tell you guys about. One of them is a little bit sad. This is about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It was just revealed that the publisher Paradox is taking the development away from Hardsuit Labs, which is a company based in Seattle. They, I guess, have run into some kind of blockage. They're just not able to finish the game, and they're pulling it away from them. Paradox is thanking Hardsuit Labs for all the work that's been put into this experience already, which is kind of tragic because this was shown off at the with the Xbox Series X and S kind of reveals as one of the games to look forward to. I remember loving the first Vampire the Masquerade game. So what's going on now is they're finding another developer to finish development on this game. Who knows how much of it is going to be trashed? None of this sounds good, but all the pre-orders have been taken down, and there is no release date for this game now, so we don't know when to expect it. But I guess it wasn't up to snuff, and Paradox is cutting ties with Hardsuit, although it sounds like it's not. It's not like spiteful and filled with venom and anger, which I'm happy for, because I don't know how a development company can kind of have a property taken from them and sort of grapple with that. I think the morale in the studio must be pretty low right now. But Yeah, I still am looking forward to this game. Hopefully, all this means, usually, if we go by Miyamoto's credo, you could ship a bad game, or you can just keep developing it until it's a good game and then ship it then. So hopefully that's exactly what's going to happen. And speaking of that, Marvel's Avengers, and I don't know how this passed me by, but on March 18th, we're going to be getting the new gen upgrades to Marvel's Avengers. They're free for people that have purchased it on Xbox platforms or PlayStation platforms. And also the Hawkeye storyline is going to be popping in here. Now, Hawkeye is obviously going to have a lot of similar kinds of traits as Kate Bishop has. And I did dive in and play a little bit with Kate Bishop, and I liked it, but I just felt like I was still, taking out too many robots. And I do want to see the next gen upgrades at this point. Hawkeye's got this kind of I think he's a time-traveling dog, and in this storyline, there's an element of time travel. It's like this alternate future where all the superheroes have been destroyed, but we're going to get a sense of who Clint Barton is and why he has been sort of given access to this world, and why he's kind of like the new champion for the time. So I am digging that they're adding, new plot and new storyline to Avengers. I would be happy to dive in, and they actually have Old Man Hulk or whatever. I don't know what he's called, but he's got he's kind of bald Hulk. It's kind of crazy. But I would be into digging back into the story mode of the launch game if the improvements are definitely worth it. I don't know if Blair Farrell is in the chat, but I would love to hear what he's got to say about next gen Avengers. Hopefully it lives up to expectations, and hopefully Hawkeye not only is a terrific addition to the team, but also he's different enough from Kate Bishop to make it really exciting. Like, are we going to have teams where people are going to play as Kate and Hawkeye? That seems a bit weird, right? But yeah, I love the Marvel Universe, and I liked a lot of what was put into Marvel's Avengers. I honestly haven't, like most games, I don't really sort of stay with the online competitive stuff for weeks and weeks and weeks. I just can't. But I do want to dive back into this game. It definitely intrigues me. So there you go. That's our rundown, and a lot of stuff, man. That was as I was putting the show together, it's like, holy crap. I mean, I would have been editing this thing all day because there's lots and lots of little pieces in there. But some bad stuff with Anthem and Vampire Masquerade, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That's the cumbersome title. But hopefully things can get turned around, and BioWare's going to be fine, and Hardsuit's going to be fine, and that Vampire sequel is going to turn out good. Adrian Leon is here. He says, "Hey, Vic, I've got Finite Joy. It's also brown and gray and bleh. Not a fan of the Marvel's Avengers game." Oh, no, he's talking about something else. Ultimate Alliance 3 on Switch rules. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, you are talking about Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. I love Ultimate Alliance 3 on Switch. I love it. Vampire AAA publishers do not care about fostering proper development time for good games. Not surprised. Finite Joy. I don't know if we want to, call it without knowing all the details, I don't know, man. It's complicated. It has never been more expensive. It just takes a lot of manpower and a lot of talent to build games these days. It's tricky. VR Grid says Anthem needed to be put down. BioWare needs to get back to its roots for a game or two before they start taking risks again. Absolutely. That's a terrific comment, VR Grid. I think everybody wants that. It's been so tumultuous for the studio. There's been a lot of departures, a lot of changes. That's true across the board, across the entire industry. But it is time for them to, get back to what people really love about them. And they hit some really nice highs with Knights of the Old Republic and Jade Empire. Is that right? Is that the name of it? And lots of other games. But I think they hit their highest highs with Dragon Age and with Mass Effect, and that's kind of what we want from it. And honestly, the Old Republic just keeps on chugging along. There's a lot of players of that, speaking of Star Wars. The ever-present, omnipresent Star Wars. Solitaire01 says, "I'm so curious about your VECTREX." Oh, that's this. What's the story behind it? It's a pretty cool story. I had my eye on this VECTREX. Well, not this particular VECTREX, but the VECTREX itself in the 80s for a long time. I had a bunch of machines, ColecoVision, Atari. I had Atari computers, and the VECTREX was so cool and unique back then when it came out, but it was really expensive. And, Milton Bradley, who made the VECTREX, apparently found that out, and they got out of the gaming industry. I don't know if they got out of business. I don't know if VECTREX hurt them that bad, but a lot of really incredibly talented people from the games industry worked on this product. There were lots of cool games for it, but it just seemed way too pricey. I'd read the magazines and see the ads and see the reviews, but I just couldn't justify the expense. But then, because it came out, at $300, because it was all in one. It had its own monitor, its own vector graphics and everything. It was all in one, right? So it was a lot to sell. But it came out around 300 or 400 Canadian dollars in the early 80s, which was a tremendous amount of money. My paper route could not cover that. And so I waited and waited. And then eventually, yes, Milton Bradley bailed, and all the retailers that had stock were like, oh my God. So everybody had to, whittle down the price, and it went down a little bit more. Eventually, I picked it up at Eaton's, which is a department store that has disappeared across Canada, for $90. And I still have the box for that thing somewhere with the price tag, with the discounted price tag on it. But I've had it ever since. It does buzz, so if you listen, I don't shut up long enough for you to probably hear it, but it does have a humming sound. I don't play it enough. I'd like to play it, but there's so many new things to get into. But it is a really cool, unique machine with an awesome story in the gaming business, and I'm glad that I have one. I've got a bunch of old machines and stuff in my archive, and I just don't have the space to set everything up the way that I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan to bring it all into the home, My dream for EP would be to be set up in some kind of arcade/museum with silos of information around all of these eras, not just with games set up, but with imagery of interviews and photography detailing specific games that have been built, and concept art, and maybe some imagery of some of the sort of founding people in the business, and passing the camera across all of that would just be incredible. That, unfortunately, can't exist in my basement. I've got a super chat from Kung Fu Hot Dog. Hey Vic, when you pre-record your shows, what mic do you use, and do you add a preset after when editing? Also, do you ever make mistakes? I make tons of mistakes. Kung Fu Hot Dog. It takes me a while to edit all my mistakes. Actually, when I put all of this stuff together, somebody commented on my lack of using a prompter. And I tend not to use a teleprompter. I have read off of scripts, and I've done the rundown where I've had a whole script. I used to work with Blake Siefkin. Love you, buddy. Miss you. And he would write stuff for me, and I would read it all off, and then I would have some commentary and conversation afterward, and we had a nice flow going there. But then we started to try just spieling and just sort of interpreting the news and revealing it that way, and then having a sort of a flow around it. And that's kind of the way we've always shot the reviews and a lot of our intros for EP. When we went daily, we had to kind of streamline the process so it wouldn't take us 3 hours to shoot stuff. But I think EP and reviews fared well and survived for so long on television because we felt really organic, felt really organic with the reviewers, because nobody wrote scripts. We had notes and we had preparation, and then we just had a conversation, and we knew what to say because all of us were writers. Almost the entirety of the team were all writing articles and diving deep into the details of the games, and everybody that was editing, everybody had that skill, but we knew enough and cared enough and loved enough about this business to kind of just take it in and have an honest convo about it. And that kind of discipline has always stayed with me. So it's not, and that's why I don't cover every single damn thing in the rundown. You don't see me sort of diving deep into esports minutia. It's got to be stuff that I'm somewhat familiar with, so that I can relay it in a way that I have a viewpoint on it, and it can feel comfortable and natural. Now, as for the camera, We chose, what the hell is this called again? The Lauten audio microphones. We did the Shure SMB 750, or I don't know. Everybody that's got podcasts, Joe Rogan, everybody uses the Shure microphones, but you need to go through a separate device, and so that was just, and we were getting new microphones and tested because we had equipment, and then we moved into the Vancouver Film School cafe, and we were doing a live show, and some of our TV equipment didn't quite work in that live space, so we tested some stuff, and we ended up with these Lauten mics, and they've been pretty damn solid. And I run it through a Panasonic GH5 camera that's got an XLR adapter on top. I don't need to get any other compressors or anything like that. It just goes in straight through there. It's like a little preamp on top of my camera. And the audio is pretty good. You know, I'm sure there are audio professionals out there that could find us better gear or find us better solutions, but it's easy to work with. I just kind of set the level. I set the level on my OBS software here, and I set the level on the XLR adapter, and it seems to work pretty good. But yeah, I can't say enough about the Panasonic GH5 camera. You know, they're not paying me, they're not sponsoring us, but it is a great camera. It's been a workhorse camera for us. We've shot a ton of things with it. This microphone has totally proven itself, especially as I, transitioned home, and then I started to experiment with a lot more production, and then I was streaming live, at the end of the year last year, almost every day. I did all the Rocket and Ray Gun Awards with live streams and all of those components. I've done tons of content with it. And it's been cool. I mean, it's weird for me to look at even stuff from at the beginning of 2020, and I've cut some pieces in where I would shoot outside all the time with our regular EP stick mics or Reviews on the Run stick mics, and it's like it's so strange to be getting used to this. Like, this is the way that I make content now. It's very weird, but I'm grateful that I had a lot of the gear that just kind of worked. It would have been nutso if I would have had to find new stuff or kludge a bunch of other things or try to figure stuff out. But I've been able to add little bits and pieces to my workload because most of my tools have been working. Kung Fu Hot Dog, you're amazing. Your presentation is so flawless. I'm psyched for Spider-Man No Way Home and Gotham Knights. Which shows WB are taking this IP seriously? Yeah, I love that WB Montreal studio. I think they're so appreciated for what they did with Batman Arkham Origins. They made an awesome game with that game. And maybe it wasn't as good as the Rocksteady stuff, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to their second act and their second foray into this universe. I think that thing is going to be insane. They've been working on it forever. Let's see. Robert Turner, watched some of the Street Fighter Season 5 coverage. Yeah, I get the gist of it, but it went on for hours in coverage. Okay. Virtual Boys podcast. Whenever I hear minutia, I only hear Rocket Raccoon saying it. Okay. Oh my God. Finite Joy was watching EP on City TV in 1998 with rabbit ears. I love it. Well, that would have been new VR, I think, back then. We didn't hit City TV till a little bit later on. Vic, if EP comes back on G4, could you bring back the same crew? A new tour? Can't comment on any of that. But thank you for that love. Directional Joy, loving the tech talk too. Nice to hear that a professional goes through the little hiccups just like the rest of us. Directional Joy. Yeah, I mean, what was weird for me as we transition more and more to the internet, and this was even when we were doing the Vic's Basement podcast as a live thing, or we were pre-recording it and sticking it online. Like, we were making daily television, and we had it so down that we just knew, we had the efficiencies together. We had our editing pods, and the team was like, we had a crack team. We made so much freaking content, 600 half hours of TV in a year, and we were killing it. And then we would start making some online video stuff. It's like, oh my God, why is this so hard? What's wrong now? Why did this break? We'd be in the middle of a live stream interview, and like things would just be, fritzing on us like they do. And so we've gone through all of that. In fact, oh man, the stories. There was one time, and I had, this was so brutal. We had a full audience for a live Vic's Basement show at the Vancouver Film School Cafe, including the owner of the Vancouver Film School and some of the executives. And my guest was one of the lead animators from Pixar who had come up to the school to give a talk, and I was going to talk to him about his career. Turned out the interview turned out great, but right when we were setting up, Blake tripped over a cable as he was moving around because he was always working so hard behind the scenes, and he knocked a camera over like minutes before we were going to go, and it shattered, it broke. It was in repairs forever, but we just dealt with it. He dealt with it. I dealt with it. The guests dealt with, the audience dealt with it. It was right in front of everybody. It was like, ooh, it was one of those moments. And it was like 3, 2, 1, live, we're going. And that kind of stuff just happens, you know? Like we've lost sync, we've lost connection. I've had live shows where I've lost the person on the other end. I mean, we're watching cable news, like these, you know, multi-million-dollar shows deal with that, right? And we're watching senators and politicians deal with that. It is it's a weird world, but we all have to be patient with each other, right? That's the way it is. Can't comment is a great comment. Oh, thank you, Virtual Boys Podcast. Thank you. Love these stories. CJ Real, Spidey82. What up, Vic? It's good to see you guys. Peter Kokasar, we should all do a Kickstarter campaign for Vic to get an IMAX camera. My God. Could you imagine an IMAX camera in here? I mean, there's a reason why you guys have seen like 3 angles in this place, you know. It's just not... I have a nice basement space. It's great, but I have a lot of stuff. I have too much stuff in here. That's just what it is. It's too much stuff. Now there's too much tech stuff and computers everywhere, and you know, I mean, you see little bits and pieces of it. It's not set up for shots. It's set up for like one frame here, one frame there, and who knows? At least I never turned into a cat. Yes, that's true. Pathetic Earthling. Directional Joy, gasp, nail-biting entertainment, living in the moment, love the behind-the-scenes stories. Thank you, Directional Joy. Okay, listen, we are going to be playing a bunch of games. Thoughts on Stadia being a failure, a noob tour. I had some pretty big thoughts there. I put a video together, a rundown episode when I did the news story on Stadia closing the games and entertainment. Please watch that. And I went deep into that. I've already sent Jade my love. I want to have her on Vic's Basement and talk to her about it. I'm sure she has all kinds of stipulations about what she can and cannot talk about. I think she's phenomenal. I loved seeing her in the rundown today. I miss her, and it would be great to kind of catch up, but I think it's, the short of it is I think it's BS. I think Google should have stayed the course. They should have spent the money. They should have lost millions and millions of dollars just to learn what they were getting into. What it looks like now, from my vantage point, is that they sort of pussyfooted around with this, and now who in the hell in the video game industry is ever going to trust Google again to get into development? They might trust them for technology and a storefront, but who's going to trust them to go and work for them to make content like this, you know? And honestly, like, I don't know how any tech company that's in this space who's not thinking about the metaverse and this idea of the combination of all of this content that we consume, kind of like the rundown, filtering and cross-streaming and people being able to access, you know, it's like the oasis that Ernie Klein has been talking about in his Ready Player books. We're already living in a kind of discombobulated version of that, you know, where we're snapping stuff from all of these different places. There is going to be a future where we're going to be able to have portals that let us mix and match it all, you know. And Google could be a massive player in that kind of content development, but when you do things like close down a game studio and lay off hundreds of people, and I've been hearing about the nightmares around Journey to a Savage Planet right now. It's got some kind of bug on the Stadia version of the game that the developers, they've all been let go, so they have nobody to fix this bug on the Stadia version of the game. That's just insane. It's just incredible, you know? And so now Google's got this position. I'm not trying to harp on it. I'm not trying to, you know, slap them down or anything. It just feels like if it's not going to be these huge corporations that sort of take care of the nurturing of talent and development like this, like the movie studios do, and it's not always beatific over there either, but then who's it going to be? Is it just going to be garage developers and people kludging things together and then hoping for a big break, and most of it ends in people going out of business, or strife, crazy. Then maybe they win the lottery and they get to go to the next level, but most of the time they don't. And then it's a rabbit hole to go down that discussion. But I think it's kind of incumbent on these massive corporations that honestly have all of the gates. It's like when I was coming up. Okay, I'm going on a thing here. When I was coming up, it was a gatekeeper kind of sensibility to talk to TV programmers and convince them that content that you were coming up with could exist and find an audience and be successful. And they had gatekeepers in terms of cable carriers and corporations that they had to meet kind of projections on subscribers and bring revenue back to the cable companies. But now we're in these like ultra mega gatekeeper kind of situations where Facebook and Google and Amazon and Apple, they control the way we access content and information in so many ways. It's almost hard to fathom, And so when I think of a company like Google, who is one of these, 6 or 7 corporations out there that is just so enormous, it's like you have a responsibility to help develop good things, not just fun widgets and technology, but good things like great escapism and great art, and beauty, and pay for it because you make all the money. And so that's what kind of pisses me off about this. And same with Amazon scrambling around and not knowing what they've been doing with game development and keeping tons of excellent game developers employed, but then they just churning them, just like, paying them tons until they get frustrated and then they leave because they can't ship anything because their games are in this perpetual turmoil of not being able to be finished. Anyways, it's a long discussion. I just think that there is a responsibility from all of these companies. They need to serve the people great technology to access art and escapism and fun things that add value to a life, the tech behind it. But because they are the gatekeepers, they also need to supply they got to pay for some awesome art as well, I do like that Facebook through Oculus is doing that. That's a very cool thing that Oculus is spending so much money on video game content. I like that Apple has made Apple Arcade. I like that Amazon is getting into Luna. It pisses me off when I think that Google just shut down all of that Stadia development. Okay. Anyways, all right. Okay, let's play some games. Okay. Speaking of art and fun and escapism, I'll read some comments and stuff too. We'll continue some chatting here. I'm not gonna just walk away from chatting about everything, but let's get into some gaming. I'm going to start with Blizzard Arcade Collection first. This was the thing that I was excited about this weekend. Hopefully I'm showing this off to some folks for the first time. Let's go back to the 90s, okay? So just loading it up right now, and I'm going to pop us onto that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to keep the audio off because there's tons of licensed music in this, and I'll get copyright flagged like crazy. So let me just go into the options and turn the music off right now if I can. Can I? I don't even know if I can. Let's see. No, I don't want the credits. 1 second here. So we got 3 games developed between 1991 and 1994. I guess they started development. But these were 3 games that kind of helped put Blizzard on the map in the 90s. Okay, we have like rock and roll racing music, which I can't stream. It's like all live, like George Thorogood and stuff like that. Let's see. Maybe I just don't play rock and roll racing. All right, well, let's start with Oh, this is so cool. They have video interviews. This is, I think, Digital Eclipse that did all of the work on this, and they went in and interviewed the people that were there back in the day, like making of stuff, and they have pre-production artwork. It's so cool. I love all of this stuff. It's just incredible. So I won't spoil all of that. But that's something that you can dig into. But let's play the game. Okay, so let's get out of the... there we go. We'll play the SNES game, because that's what I played. That was the first thing that I played. I would love to see more from each of these franchises too, Paul Adamson. Mm-hmm. That is the sound of me slurping my tea. Okay. Anybody remember Blackthorn? My memory's fuzzy, but I swore that Vic had somebody on that worked on Blackthorn. I think, yeah, no, Bill Roper, this was his first game, was Blackthorn. I can't remember what he did on it, though. I think he did music for it. Okay, so options. Music off. Says, no, I think I can have the music on for this one. It's also confusing, guys. Okay, so we're gonna start right from the beginning, and I'm gonna turn the audio on. I'm gonna turn it down a bit here. Here we go. I remember seeing the ads for this in a magazine, but I didn't ever play it. See, this is why I wanted to play it. This is what kind of took my breath away when I saw the BlizzCon line stuff. It was like, oh man, they're bringing back these titles? I've been talking about these quite a bit over the last few years. I actually bought Blackthorn at a swap meet not too long ago on a Super Nintendo cartridge. I thought I still had it in my collection, but I didn't. So it's kind of like a hair metal band RPG in a way. Very Jim Lee-like art for Blackthorn. Yes, Bruce McLavy, 100%. Rock and Roll had a pretty good clone, and Biker Mice from Mars. Yeah, there was a lot of these top-down isometric racers back then. Super fun. My Blizzard knowledge is Justice League and Superman, right? Death and Return of Superman, that's correct. Blair Farrell. All right, so we'll just jump right in. I'll skip through some of this stuff, and we'll see. We got a lot of things that I want to play today, so we'll just take a look at this for a real quick second here. Okay, so I got to put the gun away. You can't jump and have the gun out at the same time. All right, here we go. So it has kind of a rotoscope kind of vibe, little Prince of Persia. I don't know if it was influenced, probably. Jordan Mechner's definitive work here. Save yourself while there's still time. Okay. And you can, I can run. Here we go. Am I the chosen one? I think I'm the chosen one. I've got the fingers on the sticks here, so I am the chosen one. That was my reading of... Okay, and then we can throw a bomb. And then this guy's going to come out and shoot me. I've played through this a few times already. The opening. Takes a second to do everything in the game. It's almost like a turn-based game in a way. Okay, got you. Okay, so put my gun away. There we go. Grab another bomb. Up we go. Oh, actually... Isn't it, Robert Turner? It's incredible to see these things, and I'm so glad that there are studios like Digital Eclipse that is their forte, you know, like not only just bringing the games back, but doing cool things. Like each one of these games has a definitive edition that incorporates some new quality of life enhancements, or it takes the best of both previous versions and combines them. There's like this one has the 32-bit version of the game, which is quite different, and you know, it would cost a fortune to collect all of that if you wanted to play all of those titles. Mostly it's to have the physical media, that's why it costs all that, but just to even have access to it, and here it is, it's all included on a $20 experience. It's really cool. And this is out for, I think, PlayStation. I don't know if it's on Xbox too, but it's out for PlayStation and the Switch. I may... Oh, I may do a weekend stream of more of this because I have it on the PlayStation as well, and it's easy for me to just boot up the PS5 and play a game from the 1990s. Okay, let's do this. And I just love these titles, man. They're fun. Okay. Oh yeah, that's one of the cool Blackthorn moves. He can do the no-look shot, and you don't run out of ammo. It's one of those types of games. Okay, I'm out of bombs, so I need some new bombs. This guy's gonna pop up and shoot me. Let's take care of him, and then I can do a jump across here. The timing's a bit weird. If you can recall previous Prince of Persia games, it's very precise. So it's very easy to miss the jumps and things like that. But this is, I think, a little more visceral than like Flashback or even Prince of Persia. You know, you give the main character a shotgun, and all of these rock and rollers are all chained up everywhere. I couldn't. Oh, right. I can avoid this by just dodging. You can dodge anywhere, which is kind of cool. Little Rolling Thunder-esque. Oh, he blew up the. Oh, I shot. Oh, I have to hit him twice. Okay. Oh, sneaky. Got ya. Alright. Definitely more visceral, right, Hypnotic? This was like... Oh, damn it. I needed that. Shit. I might be stuck. I'm stuck. Alright, let's go see if there's let's go see if there's another bomb down. This is one of those games where you can restart. No, I can't go back down. Okay. So I needed that bomb. Oh, I can rewind. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, but not far enough. Let's see. Can I rewind any further? No. That's it. That's as far as I can rewind. Okay. Virtual Boys Podcast, yes. Yeah, I'm stuck. I needed that bomb. So I'd have to I have to give up. This is the old days, guys. And then start from that elevator sequence again. Okay, here we go. So it's like you get stuck in a maze. Get up. There we go. Ooh. Cool. It's got a little bit of Oddworld kind of vibe to it too. All right. You can't run with the gun out. Oh. And I can't take the gun out when I'm stuck against the wall either. So it's a little clunky, but still totally rad. All right. Oh, I almost shot this guy. Okay. Give me this. I think there's something. Oh, I can use that. Okay. I think there's something. You can kill the innocents as well in this game. Oh, right. I have to go down the elevator. There's some doors that are shut off and locked back there. But you know what? I think that's good. I'm going to... Oh, right, it's this. I'm going to go back into here. Oh, let me turn this off. There we go. Let's play some Lost Vikings. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the definitive edition. It's not widescreen, even though this title screen is. Yeah! This is a game where you control 3 different characters. Who's never played Lost Vikings before? This is all Switch. Yeah, Peter Kokosar. Okay, let's play. Here we go. Oh, yeah, well, let's see if we can skip past this. Okay, so we're on a spaceship. Okay, so you have 3 different Vikings that you control. They're in different parts of the ship at the beginning. They have different abilities. One has a sword, one has a shield, and one can jump. You have a health bar, and you can eat fruit, take care of yourself. The sword guy's also got a bow and arrow, and you're trying to get to the exit. All 3 of the characters to the exit. I like this. This is it's quite funny that the guy totally moons you as he's going down the thing. He's got plumber's crack. Okay, so everybody goes to the exit, and you switch between the different Vikings to kind of solve the puzzle. And so you need each other. And you need each other's skills. And so there's a real... there we go. There's a real kind of puzzle-solving element to all of this. You have to be judicious with the choices that you make and the jeopardy that you put each of these Vikings into, because they're not all the same. They all have totally different abilities. Okay, so... that's not working. Okay, so there's a computer or something I have to go knock off down below. But totally cool idea, just juiced for color. When I was watching some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, I noticed that one of the developers said that they just kept adding more and more color to this, and they ended up just leaving it in because they wanted to compete with Sonic and Mario. They wanted it to have that same kind of cartoon aesthetic that knocked us all in our butts in the 90s. I had this cartridge. I think I do still have this cartridge. I don't know if I have the sequel. There was a sequel. But I loved it. I loved it then. I love it now. I love that I have it on my Switch. It's so freaking cool. Okay. Oh, I need the bow and arrow. So, I can't jump down there because I will kill my Viking. So what they started with this idea, as I discovered in the behind the scenes, is that they loved lemmings, and they wanted to make a 100 Viking version of lemmings, basically, at Blizzard. And then they decided to give you control of the 3 different characters, and they kept stripping away... it's like they whittled it down, you know? It's like they had this huge piece of stone, and then they made this statue after making the choices, which is cool. Okay, so there's this thing that we want to blow up. And how do I do that? Oh, with the bomb, I think. Right. Okay. I forget how to do that. Okay, let's see. Let's go up. Nope. So you blow up the computer. Oh, let's see. This will tell me. Nope. Oh, right. It's this thing. And I press... what do I press? What is it? How do I use that thing? No? Let's get this guy out of the way first. Let's get him over here. Okay, how do I use that thing? That's just to move. Oh, maybe I just press... there it is. No. No. How do I use it? I forget. I gotta see what the controls are. Use item X. Okay. I got it. I'm on the thing. come I can't use it? Oh, maybe it is health. I thought it was a bomb. Oops. You don't want to do that. So I've screwed up and I'd have to start it over again. Anyways, Alien is a good guy. This and Sonic are crazy similar. And yeah, everybody was taking ideas from each other back then. I forget how to get past this. I did it before, but I can't remember. But I have a huge stack of games that I want to get into. I want to show you guys Rock and Roll Racing, but you know what I'm going to do is, because I don't know how to turn the music off, at least not yet, I'm going to load it up. And I have played SteamWorld Heist, Charlie Ward. It is terrific. Yes, I love those SteamWorld games. They don't get enough love and attention. SteamWorld Dig just took both of them, took my breath away. I love that team and that universe that they've created over there. Great call out, and thank you for the super chat, my friend. That's awesome. Okay, so let's quit out of this. I'm only doing this because we're not just playing these games. Oops. Oh no, stop. There we go. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go into Rock and Roll Racing, and we're gonna play the Definitive Edition, which has CD audio music, which you're not going to hear. I'm hearing George Thorogood right now, which is so cool. It was amazing, man, when you picked up a Super Nintendo cartridge and they had, you know, like tunes you would hear on the radio on that cartridge. It was compressed, but it was still amazing. Okay, so let's play some a veteran. They have a guy that kind of looks like Chewbacca and a guy that looks like Batman. And they have a Viking. But I'm going to go as the guy that looks like Batman, of course. And we're going to get a blue one. And I don't know. We'll go for this one. Okay. Bad. Oops. Okay. Now let's see if I can turn this music off. No, I cannot. Okay, so I can't turn the music off. I'm sorry this is silent, but I'll show you what this game's all about. It's basically it's like, you know, a combat kart racing experience, but you're in these muscle monster truck type things, picking up power-ups. And you're trying to knock them out. Trying to knock out your opponents. You can leave, like that. Look at my guy. That's hilarious. And you're just racing around, trying to collect as much loot as you can, avoid the tire shredders. And it's very compelling. And this is the definitive edition, so obviously everything's in 16:9, which is pretty cool. There's health pickups, and then, of course, you can buy enhancements for your vehicle as you earn money from the races. You know the deal. And then it has licensed tracks. I don't even know what I'm listening to right now, but it's it's breaking the law. But it's addictive as hell, man. It was tight controls and fun little embellishments around the races, and the announcer is great. And I was playing this for a big chunk of my Blizzard arcade experience time on the weekend. This was the game that really hooked me. So what did I do? I came in second. It's great. Yeah, am I listening to Judas Priest? That's awesome. Pathetic Earthling, that's awesome. Judas Priest is in this game. It's so crazy. Yes, I got devil horns. I love it. Okay, so that was Rock and Roll Racing, which is not quite the same if you can't hear Judas Priest while you're racing around with these 16-bit cars. But this collection is just phenomenal. They did such a great job. They have, what do they have? They have artwork. And you can zoom in on, well, that's a weird thing to zoom in on, but there you go. You can, we'll zoom in on he's got like hair on his belly. There you go. This is the weirdest stream on YouTube right now. Olaf the Stout, that's his belly. Nobody is doing this. I can guarantee you no one on YouTube is doing this right now. Just this. Lost Vikings 2 is not in this collection. So you get the first one, and Eric goes portable. Oh, there was a handheld release. Yeah, great game. Boxes and manuals. This is so cool. Look at the detail, right? This was made with love. This is the cutting edge of streaming. Lenhart Stevens. Oh, really? Solitaire 01? It's got tinnitus from the concert days. Have I ever seen Heavy Metal Parking Lot? I don't think I have, Pathetic Earthling. Is it a documentary? Oh, this is amazing. I haven't even seen all this stuff. Look, this is the thing. I love all of this, you know? This is where the dreams started, guys. Just crazy peeps. Just look at those shorts. That's wild. I love it. Okay. That is a total blast. So I'm going to pop to full screen here. So I'm going to choose a different game. You know, the game that I'm going to play is Cyber Shadow. Now, I've streamed this a little bit, but the folks at Yacht Club shot me out the Switch code for the game, and it has amiibo support, which I didn't know about, except that I started to play it and I learned it. And I have a Shovel Knight amiibo, so I'm going to go get that. I'll be right back. 1 second. I'll go full screen on the game so you guys can see it for a second here. There you go. Right back. This game is insanely cool. It has fantastic music. Super Bob, you got that right, buddy. All right, let's go to picture-in-picture. I have my Shovel Knight figure. It's not in focus. So cool. I love that there's a Shovel Knight amiibo. Are you kidding me? I love it. Okay. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go... We'll pick it up where I am. I'm not far into this. I played it for a little bit. I love the game. I'm not good at it. You're going to see me die a lot. So, I'm letting you know. But, wait a sec. I can go to Amiibo. Let's do it, right? So we're going to go to Amiibo. I don't quite know what this does. I know that something cool happens, but I don't know what the benefits are yet. But I'm going to put the Amiibo on my controller, and now I have Shovel Knight with me. He turns my outfit blue. It's still all awesome. Everything, like, default set at awesome, but I don't know... what that does. I don't know if I can send Shovel Knight to go do some stuff for me. You guys can let me know. This is a new game, Joe Higachi. This is not an old game. This came out in, unless you guys are talking about something else. I love Cyber Shadow, but I'm stuck on what Khalid. Yeah, this is no joke, this game. Like, I can't really talk and play. I can't really play, let alone talk and play. But yeah, I'm dead. But yeah, have no shame in dying a lot in this game. It's part of the process. Just appreciate it. It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, this game. So precise. Another amazing game, if you haven't picked this up already, and you love this game, is The Messenger from Sabotage Games. Similar type of experience, also incredibly refined, incredibly addictive, excellent on the Switch. We're not playing that one today, though. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm so bad at this. Good God. It's hard to talk. I don't know how some streamers are good and can play. I don't and can communicate at the same time. I don't know how people do that. Like, most of the talking that I do when I play games this hard is swearing. But I don't think I want to do that. And I don't know if you guys want to watch that. Come on! For frack's sakes! Give me a break here for a second. That little butterfly bug thing's coming to get me. Shovel Knight, if you could just do some stabbing with your shovel. I don't know what it does. I know that it's there. I have no control over it. Does anybody... Can somebody tell me what Shovel Knight does in this game? I even Google it. Because I don't know. But I love that he's there. Shovel Knight is always there. Oh, you see that? Like, there's no way you're not going to get steamed. Alright. Now this thing comes out, of course. And you kind of have to kill everything. You can't run from stuff because they just keep coming after you, and then they paint you into a corner. Yeah, see? Alright. Shovel Knight was just attacking a flying enemy. Oh, okay. Groovy. Was it, though? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay. Awesome. Well, take him out, Shovel Knight. How many times you gotta hit the thing? Maybe you can make Shovel Knight tougher? Okay. I like that it's like Mecha Shovel Knight. And now it's asleep. Come on, Shovel Knight. What are you doing? I need you! I need you! Okay. Shovel Knight went to sleep on me. Is that a comment? Oh, come on! Alright. Peter Kokazar's doing push-ups to the music. I love it. It does sound like Rocky music, doesn't it? I'm gonna put Shovel Knight back in. I don't know what happens there. Did you go away? I think I used it. No, I'm not rage quitting. Unfortunately, oh yes, it is. Yes, what are you saying to me? Of course it is. Here we go. Bring it. I haven't tried any other amiibo. I think it's because I just used it, and I used it up for the day. Oh, there he is. Okay, here we go. All right. No, he's asleep. Okay, it's great that he's here, but wake up. Wake up, buddy. You can't duck in the game at this point. I don't know if ducking is an ability you pick up. There's running, which I don't think I can do yet, where you double tap to run. Haven't earned that yet. No. These turrets, you gotta hit them twice and then they go away. Alright. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Oh. Yeah. We aren't going to be playing a Game & Watch game today, but we are going to be playing a Neo Geo Pocket Color game on the Switch after this. But I know you guys want to see more than this, like, very early level. Oh my god. I'm so bad at this game. I'm a little better when I don't have to think of a word to say, for sure. Okay. Hey, good call, Charlie. I love this tune. Heard it a lot. Yeah, baby. Oh. Oh, come on! Ah! Okay. They don't just hit you. They gotta hit you and push you off the edge. You don't just flash, you get bumped around. Oh, you... It's like, just not fair. All right. Ah, my goodness. Look at that. I'm down to 1 health thing already. All right. I'm going to leap over here and then some stupid... Okay. All right. Frustration is kicking in. Yes, I'd like to get beyond this. You know how you get in a flow? I got in a flow for some of this. I'm farther than this on the Xbox. Alright. It's my trumpet solo. Oh, come on! You can't slice below you, which is great. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Do I get any health if I come back here? Give me some health. No, you don't. Okay. Nope. Oh my goodness. This has a Batman NES vibe. Yes, John. Eddington. In fact, it was my conversation with Yacht Club talking about Batman on the NES. All right. We were talking about this game, and then Batman on the NES came up, and then so that became my next side-scrolling superheroes, which is now the most recent one of those that I've done. I need to make another couple vids. It's been a while. Okay. Oh. Oh, come on! Oh, those... Las Vegas, good to see you. You're watching me fare poorly. Poorly in this game. Look at this. Right under the blade. So sneaky. So sneaky. Look at this. Like you're completely cornered. Oh my god. No. I feel like I'm I kind of feel like I'm doing a school report in my underwear, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel very exposed at how poorly I'm faring here. Hopefully you guys have some patience. Get away from the edge. All right. Okay. We've got 3 blips on the health. Get over there. We're trying to Super Mario, see if anything happens. Nope. Okay. I'm just going in here. I'm not going to go down there. Okay, let's see if I can get anywhere on this one here. Here we go. Let's go up a bit. Oh, look at that. Now what? Oh, thank you, Camille. All right, here we go. Look, I hate those guys. Okay. Oh, caramba! Oh my goodness. Here, I think we need a Shovel Knight break. Come on back to me, my buddy. There we go. Unfortunately, yes it is. That's lies. There he is. Help me out. Help a brother out, Shovel Knight. See, if you get cheeky and you start trying to run, they still come out after you. And it's hard. This game is hard. I don't know if you know that about this game, but it is hard. It is. Okay. Oh, look at that. I wanted to jump. Let's go. All right. Whew. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling it a bit. Let's go. Let's get some height on this. Nope. Oh, God. Down to 1 already. Okay. Okay. Oh, man, you can't duck. I wish I could duck. Oh, my Lord. Ah. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling the groove a bit more. Oh no! Get up! Oh my goodness. Alright. This. I think you just have to, like, throw yourself into this game. There's no other way. You cannot half-ass this game. You cannot sleep through it. And, oh, stuff everywhere. Look at that. Okay. Mechanical birds. Oh, I was just terrorized by those damn things. Woo! Alright, here we go. I don't think I'm quite ready for my speed run of this game. Tune in 2025. Gosh. Alright. It's total superhero music. Alright. Oh. Okay. Oh. Very Mega Man. Totally sweating over here, guys. Okay. So it closes its eye and then comes back. Goodbye. All right. Give yourself a breather for a second and a half. Hey, you guys got the second verse of the song. Look at that. These guys suck. All right. Uh-oh. Oh my God, we made it out of that area. Okay, what now? Okay, here we go. Progress, Barcode Teacup, thanks for your patience. Look at this. Cutscenes! I love this frickin' game so much. Even though it punishes me and humiliates me. Aw, thank you, Camille. Thumbs up for Vic's Rage. I held it together. Alright, we got some health. Thank you, little robot buddy. What do you got to tell me? You don't look so good, Shadow. Your condition is worsening. Uh-oh. I hope you'll stabilize soon. We can't afford to lose you now. Our master needs you to be at full strength. Okay. And marry Tommy, too. Okay. Alright. Groovin'. Uh-oh. How did you even manage to survive? Well, it's no matter. Without your powers, you'll soon fade into the ethos, or maybe all that awaits you is the eternal void. Tommy exists, for sure. He's busy working on a television amico. Gonna have him on the podcast soon. Okay, this is actually gotta be thinking. The apparitor? It's apparitor? Okay. Vic, is this a Metroidvania style too? It's a little more... You're not really going back into areas, so there's no. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of retraversal. It's like forward progress. It's more like a Mega Man. Okay. very 8-bit. It's patterns and knowing exactly where to be pixel-wise. Oh. Are you kidding? I've almost got him? I got him. Well, that guy was pretty easy. He looked cool, though. A win without honor, hardly a victory. It's literally Iron Man. I tore him up. I did some slicing and I did some dicing. And now, who is revealed? Our clan has been captured. So this is the true mission. I'm too far gone, but there might be some hope for the others. Maybe my power can help you, even if it's not much. Oh my god, I love this game, guys. Saving the clan! Got a feat! Woo! I've got shurikens now. Oh my god, that's great. Okay. How do I use them? Shurikens? Oh, I probably have to... Yeah, I have to level up my powers here. Okay, here we go. Activate. Ooh, I've got my map. Disposal. Okay, so we have a bunch of chapters. Final chapters. Looks like there's 11 chapters. Okay, so we have lots of content to go into this game. Okay, so we've done that. Let's go to Chapter 2, Disposal Facility. There's always sewers or dumps in these old classic type games. I would hate for the angry video game nerd to play this game. I feel your pain, John Eddington. Up plus attack for a shuriken. Thank you, Bruce McClavey, who's been playing this game and who's been just shaking their head watching me play. Oh, these guys, right. If I shoot him in the back, which doesn't sound very chivalrous, but if I shoot him in the back, he blows up. Or hit him in the back. Like that. Okay. Nice. Oh. Garbage got me. Can't duck. Would love to be able to duck. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, the soundtrack's insane, right? Primify. Okay, I got my map. Can I give myself some SP? No. No. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go. You're getting a little bit personal there, Camille. Okay, here we go. Oh. All right. Ha, sucker. When they turn around. Okay, let's see. Oh. Ah, no! I fell into the garbage. Okay, Primify. Thanks for sticking with it. I appreciate it. Let's see. I haven't played it, but this is my sort of game. Charlie, I think you will like it. If you're into the retro stuff, the developer is a young, single developer. I forget, like one solo developer. But clearly a passion for this pixel stuff. Did everything. Programming and all the pixel art. Yacht Club published it. The music was provided by somebody, but I can't remember who. But, done with a real sense of adoration for a bygone era. There's a lot of this kind of stuff out there, but you can tell when you're playing the quality stuff. This is quality. Okay. But The Messenger, I can't recommend that enough too. That's an excellent game as well. It's kind of like a Shinobi Ninja Gaiden kind of thing between this and the Messenger. Okay. Oh, let's bring back my buddy. Right? Help me. Help me, Shovel Knight. You're my only hope. Oh, yes. Oh, right. I have to hop on that thing and then shoot that thing, right? Okay. There we go. Thank you. Now what? That's it? Oh, it just... Oh, right. My blade is a little bit better now, I think. Oh, these little bugs are a pain in the butt. Oh, I should have shuriken. Okay. Oh! Oh. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Shovel Knight. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Oh! Okay. I want to play this more. I love this game. It's awesome. But I want to play other things too. Any fans of... And I'm just going to go to first-person cam while we switch over. Any fans of... what the hell was it? Crazy Taxi. Any fans of Crazy Taxi out there? Raise your hands. Let's see. I see Goku, and I see Pathetic Earthling. Okay. All right. Well, two of you. All right. Well, let's check out a new game that's just come out. Obviously, highly influenced by Crazy Taxi. And it's called Taxi Chaos. I have never turned this on. I'm going to turn the music off just in case there's some huge rock band that pops in. And let's check it out together, okay? I just got the code for this yesterday, I believe. So let's see how Taxi Chaos is. Hand raised high, the Ryan Dodson. Vic, please, can I add you on Switch? Yeah, go ahead. It's Batwing on Switch. Batwing on Switch and an Xbox and PlayStation, so please go ahead. Yeah. Blair Farrell. Very nice, my friend. Loved Crazy Taxi. Vasqueezy says, Miss Ojat, you're going to do that flying taxi game? I will when it's a little bit further along. I tend not to do too much early access stuff, mostly because I can't keep up with all the new things that come out. So I do my best. But yeah, I want to play the flying taxi game that Paul Adamson is doing a voice for. And I heard from the developer because we talked about it on the rundown. And they were appreciative that we gave a little shout-out. But I tend to wait until the stuff is a little bit further along. Sometimes things completely change and the games don't even come out. I know that Valheim is huge right now, but I mean, I think you guys know. I wait till the stuff is kind of done. Okay, so let's play the arcade game. Just in case there is any licensed stuff, I'm going to turn the music off on this game. And is there anything else? I guess that's it. So let's go into the arcade mode. And we will pop this on. I have never played this, so I don't know. We're going to play as Vinny. Right. And we're going to play the King Vic.
Good choice.
Which I guess would have been the Crown Vic. Okay. Here we go. The game looks weak, but let's see. RGT85 liked it. Scott Michael Hedge. I like RGT85's hustle, man. That guy does a ton of content. He's a huge Switch fanatic as well. I learn a lot from all of the... I feel like Spawnwave and RGT85 do such a good job at kind of getting into the rumors and the discussions on Reset. Is it Reset Era, right? And the other things that are out there, Reddit and all that stuff. It's fun to watch. Okay. That looks all right. Okay, so let's break to reverse. So let's go pick up a ride. Let's go pick up our first fare. Okay, come on in.
I'm late for the movies. To the cinema, please.
It's late for the movies. Okay, here we go.
Going anywhere special?
Oh, just to a secret Illuminati meeting where we'll discuss the fate of the world. Does that surprise you?
Honestly, in this city sounds like
Control feels pretty good. It's definitely arcadey. Oop. All right. I mean, it's Crazy Taxi.
Taxi!
It's missing the brassiness of
Taxi! Over here!
Sega's game.
oh yeah.
And partially, I'm sure I'm not getting the full experience because I've turned the music off. I'm expecting there's some...
Oh yeah, I'd be in the National Art Museum every
I don't
day,
know what the
except for,
music
you
is.
know,
I just don't want to turn it on and
having a
then
job thing.
it's The Offspring or whatever. But it's missing that kind of energy, right? Oh, and I have a boost by... How do I get the boost? Oh, I can kick them out by pressing the...
I've been here a week and I haven't seen any big vegetables.
You ain't been going to the right farmers markets then.
All right.
It really is
kinda
the
fun.
city that never
Now,
sleeps.
can I hop out of the car? Is that what that means? Or do I boot them out? I think I boot them out. Let's give that a shot. Let's see.
Quarter par four.
Here we go.
So hold this down,
Where
okay.
you visiting from?
Oh, my
All right.
God. Watch out, pedestrian.
Out of town. Got it.
Do some jumps, okay. That feels pretty solid.
I feel cheated. I've been here
Oh!
and I haven't seen
Your
any
shift
big
has
vegetables.
ended.
Game over. Okay, so the arcade mode is you basically have to stay alive as long as you can. Has music from REM, Imitation of Life. Only joking, but would be a good fit. Right. Let's see if let's see what the music. Maybe the audio options are in there. You know what? I'm gonna turn the game audio off. I'm gonna turn this up. Seems generic. Okay. We'll jump back in here again. I'm playing All I Want in the background, and it's not helping. Benno Heavener. The NPCs have a life story. Robert Turner. It's just techno music? Okay, Scott Michael Hedge. As soon as it loads back in, I'll just listen to it for a second, then I'll pop it back on, audio-wise. It's missing energy. It's missing, like, I think they have the art down. It's just missing that kind of, like, blast in your face that the Sega games have.
Among Us? In this city, they must fit right in.
Okay, it's the same music. And it's, honestly, it's, like, it would be a pain because I'd have to turn all the music off if I was streaming it. But that's what it's missing. It's missing rock and roll. It's missing, like, the fire. And the sound effects need to be...
Well, you see,
I think it's
when a
just
man has a
audio
mouth
in general. Like, it just needs that kind of
I walked right into that one.
goosing, you know? Would make a huge difference. What, do I have to go up? No, okay.
Excuse me.
Not bad.
Hey,
How are you today?
man, I could go for a smoothie.
Sure thing.
Please be safe.
So far, the dudes that they've rendered in this, they say silly things, but their voices seem kind of normal, and then the women that they've got in here are very affected, like caricature type stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, what's this?
I'm visiting the art museum. Is it a nice place?
Like, we don't have any Valley dudes, but it feels like we've had a lot of Valley girls. Okay, here we go.
There's a scarf cell.
No skid effects. Mr. Brockarock. Yeah, it's missing in the audio department. I think visually they got a pretty cool looking game here, you know? Like, I like the cartoony stuff. It's not super textured, but that seems fine. It just needs energy.
Where's my coffee?
Everybody's so chill. Okay, here we go.
I'm late for the movies.
See,
Wow.
every woman that I've picked up has been
I feel cheated. I've been here a week and I haven't seen any big vegetables.
super silly, accentuated. Okay, so back this way, okay. Go through the park. This is cool. Oh, listen to that driving over grass. That's no good. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's go free roam and give it a shot here. Let's play as
The
Cleo.
party has started.
We got the King Vic.
Right.
Yeah, they needed the audio, man. That's what they needed to spend more money on, more time. Control is fine. Oh yeah, the lack of skidding is interesting. Vic, could you pull a hard 90 degrees while driving? Then try the same thing while braking. Okay, well now I'm in free roam, so it's less. Let's just drive around. 2.7 out of 10. That's an old Tommy Tallarico score right there, Peter Kokazar. Tommy would love how the car has one footstep sound, kind of, right?
Take your time and see what you can find.
Over here.
Okay, so
Over here.
do I have a? It's almost like they made Crazy Taxi in the Disney Infinity engine. And that's not meant to be a slight. Oh, look at that. I can jump. But I think you guys know what I'm saying. That's cool. I wonder if this does have like a...
Taxi. Watch out.
Hurry to the subway on 4th, please. I'm late.
Okay,
Red.
there's an affected performance on a man. Okay. Here we go.
One step closer to retirement. Living out my days in an old folks home.
It's like they hired 4 voice actors and they said, how many silly
Please
voices
be
can you
safe.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
We need you to sound like as many different cartoon stereotypes as you possibly can. All right.
Over here.
Over here.
Designate your target. Regal State Tower.
What I don't mind is that this feels like
Special. Just do a secret illuminati.
it's a copycat game, but it feels like something I would have reviewed back in the mid 2000s, and I miss those types of games. You know, they don't need to all be AAA, $150 million experiences,
Boy, watch out.
Hi, where are you heading to?
I need to be at the heliport quick.
especially when they're like
Get started.
inherently arcadey like this.
Hey, did you know that aliens are real and walk among us?
In this city, they must be ready.
Okay. The physics are not real. Okay. What's weird is I think they have Crazy Taxi missions in
Must have
like
some rich
lots of open world games at this point.
fancy.
Oh yeah. That backseat upholstery has memories.
Let's see. Into the water.
Yeah?
Oh, but I'm fine. I still have 11 seconds. What's that lady doing there? Okay.
Excuse me.
She's just waiting for her taxi. Okay.
Check me in at the Royal Park Hotel, please. I
Here we
love
go.
that place.
What does X do?
How do you do water cooler chat without a water cooler?
That's what social media is.
And
There's
what is-
even hashtag.
What is the shoe button? I'm pressing that Y, but it's not really doing anything. Okay, let's... I've got my
What's supposed to happen?
turbo boost thrust thing here. Okay, let's go.
Maybe I should become a taxi driver. You guys seem to have way more fun in life.
It's all funny.
And I've got my jump button. I have 2 jump buttons. A and B both do the same thing. And then what does this do? Anything? Any of these other buttons do anything? No? Okay.
Does this always happen?
Yeah, it feels like they didn't finish it.
Heading into
feels like they have a good,
What gave it away?
The cloud of resentment was a bit of a
like
haze.
good skeleton, decent mechanics, pretty interesting city to cruise around in. Nothing state of the art. That grass sound is just bad.
With a
Wow.
minute to spare.
Okay. Picking up the money. I don't know. I guess you buy the.
I need to be at the heliport quick.
Hashtag
Okay,
broken.
there's some voices.
Hashtag big money.
Hashtag big monies.
So,
Okay.
tell me, as a local, where's the best place to watch the ball drop?
Okay.
Uh-uh.
I'm
not
feeling a
sharing
new
my
game
bed
coming on.
and weird selfie angles with anyone.
This is like real-time reviews on the run a little bit. Vic, you are right. They don't need to be AAA, but there's a difference between cool, improved knockoff and bad, soulless imitator. Not worth it.
Oh, mind if I sample
Oh.
that?
Do you all drive like this?
Yeah. Especially when you're taking on a beloved champion like Crazy Taxi, right? And Sega. Like,
So,
and
you from out of town?
essentially the design is done for you. You need to
Tourist development.
seriously one-up that. And honestly, what is Sega doing sleeping on Crazy Taxi? People would go nuts for an open-world Crazy Taxi game.
That was close. That was close.
I've already been down here.
You're so lucky. You get to see the sights. Oh, wow. It's
This,
so
yeah,
incredible.
this is, it's disappointing. There's no question.
I'm visiting someone at the hospital.
Okay, so we have the Fargo accent.
Let's get ready.
VR Grid says,
How do taxi drivers make enough to even...
VR Grid says he can make that same grass sound with his voice, and I should scan the amiibo. Should I do it? Can you do it? Is there? There's no. Shovel Knight won't save this. No. Repetitive much, Camille? Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, that's kind of what today was about, right? This is like real-time reviews on the run with me. This is what I would do. I would sit there and talk to the television by myself. But now you're here with me, so this is great. I do talk to the games quite often when I'm playing them. I have to be honest with them. I like, what are you thinking? What are you doing, developers? And when I get frustrated, I get like, if I'm stuck in something, it's like, come on, guys. Not so much now. Right now, it's, maybe this team is just
Hurry, I'm gonna
just starting out,
With this traffic, so will everyone else.
and this is one of their first things, and they love Sega, and they wanted to honor it. All worthwhile. But yeah, it's 2021, and we do expect more from the games for sure. I mean, there is a game here. I see the color coding on the fares, and I don't exactly know what that represents, but
Sorry, I have to take this.
it's like Crazy Taxi Light. It's like not so Crazy Taxi. It's like really, really not Crazy Taxi. It's anything but Crazy Taxi.
Close cut.
Okay.
Close cut.
Audio is your friend. And if there's any future game makers in this watching this, audio is your friend.
Yeah, boss.
Every review for this game will call it Lazy Taxi. That's a VR Grid guarantee. It's Lazy Taxi. Okay. All right, let's say we've got Scott Michael Head saying, what else you got, Vic? All right, I did bring lots. I brought a fistful of games today. This is my live stream with a fistful of games. Here we go. Yeah. In that, like, just me saying that, Finite Joy, makes this game better, right? Like, if you're playing it and if you're going, yeah, driving from fair to fair, you're making the game more fun. Okay. Let's see. I did the Blizzard Arcade Collection. I did Cyber Shadow. We did Taxi Chaos. We're going to play another game called... let's do the Match of the Millennium. This is SNK versus Capcom. But this is very different. This is boom. This is a Neo Geo Pocket Color game. And these Code Mystics guys, I found out because SNK told me, they're based right here in Vancouver. And so let's jump in. Here we go. Oh, by the way, I have my... Love it. Great machine. So cool. What's in there right now? I know the batteries still work. I put new ones in not too long ago. Oh, I think I have Sonic in here. Let's hear that. So cute. I love it. But I'm not playing this one. I do have Match of the Millennium in my collection somewhere, but this is crazy, man. These are all the SNK fighters going up against Capcom fighters. Two-button, as you can see, it's a two-button system. They didn't have this color, which is too bad. They have the blue color. I have the black color. I love this device. It's great. No backlight, though. That was one of the things against it. I think they had a further iteration that had a backlight. I'm sure I could mod this. I haven't done that. I'm so old. You're so dang old. I've been around, but thanks for pointing that out. Okay, here we go. Talking about good audio. Here you go. I played this all the time when I had a Neo Geo Pocket Color. It's crazy, right, Charlie? Isn't it amazing that we can pop this onto our Switches? So crazy. Okay. What's the this one? There's a bunch of there's a bunch of different displays. Oh, so you can have different Neo Geo Pocket Color backgrounds, which is kind of cool, right? I'm going to pop this into full screen for you guys so you can see this. And you can zoom in or zoom out. So they have one where you can see some of the... isn't that awesome? Oh, my God. It's just so cool, right? Like the software rendering of these classic games. And these things were expensive when they came out. The cartridges were still like $30 or $40. But it was such a mind-blowing thing to be able to pop in cartridges and walk out of your house and still continue to play video games, you know? Especially for a lot of us growing up at that time when we would be in buses or we would, go wait at especially during the summertime, wait at the movie theater for some, 1990s movie, be in a line playing on your Game Boy or Neo Geo Pocket Color. I had the links. I have the links still. I have all that stuff. I have always loved portable gaming. And so it's a trip that SNK is seeing value in this archive. I mean, that's one thing that I love about SNK. Yes, they sell us their classic stuff a lot, and that can get a little tiresome, but they have such a real respect for their roots, and they know that there's a constant wave of people finding and discovering their brands and their games, and they find ways to dig back into their library and get them to modern players all the time. Okay, so you can rewind a bit when you press the pause. Okay, so it's straightforward. It's 2 buttons. You can play... Let's play average. There's a robust collection of fighters. There's the SNK side. I love Haomaru from Samurai Showdown, and Zangief, and they have Darkstalkers characters, Felicia, and Chun-Li, and Ryu, and Ken, and Morgan, and there's unlockables as well, Guile. I'm gonna go with Haomaru on my team, and I'm gonna go with Felicia, why not? And I'm gonna put in put in Terry. Okay, here we go. So they're big head. What console am I playing right now? This is on the Switch. I don't know if it's on any other machine. So this is just on the Switch. I've got the audio going. So, you know, it's not... It's not the same amounts of frames of animation or anything like that. It's a true port of the portable versions of the game, but there's still a lot of finesse and a lot of detail. I'm gonna zoom in a bit actually on the. There we go. There we go. And I'm gonna go back to PIP. There you go. There's little cut sequences, little renderings of, you know, downtown Tokyo. They've got the ads for the Neo Geo Pocket Color up on the buildings and everything. So freaking cute. I think this is like $10 or less on the store. And to have like these super deformed renditions of all of these characters, muted colors. I wish there was a little bit more about the history of this stuff, like we saw in the Blizzard Arcade Collection. You know, but there's filters and things like that that you can put on this as well. Let's see if I can... there is filters, right? So they've got an LCD panel kind of filter, which darkens the image quite a bit. I tend to I like it crisp. It's so great, right, Blair? I just wish they had the buttons and the controller animated on screen too. It might be a bit distracting, but I think it'd be really cute. This is a real game too. Like, yeah, SNK. They did the best that they could with the hardware, but they didn't scrimp on the you know, the strategy and the tactility of the experience. You still feel like you're kicking ass. And I mean, I used to play the Game Boy version of Samurai Showdown all the time, the old original Game Boy, and loved it. Similar kind of thing. What I like too is that they didn't like try to do the arcade game. They interpreted it for the platform, and they shrunk the characters down to fit on the shrunken screen. And so there's a, I don't know, like this organic kind of fit to it all, you know? And there, you know, obviously a lack of colors and stuff. Oh, Terry's a great character. And I love that I'm fighting the mix and match of, like, SNK Legends and Capcom Legends. Like, that's cool, too. Battle mode. Bainbridge is missing the Nomad. That's an amazing machine, too. That blew my freaking mind when that came out. Basically, every one of these portables that kind of kept one-upping the Game Boy was just so killer to, you know, well, I'm sure a lot of us as we were coming up, it was such a profound thing to think of being able to take your games anywhere you wanted to, you know? Mobile kind of shifted everything around. I remember playing Super Monkey Ball on the original iPhone and going, oh my god, this is going to completely destroy what we have seen with cartridges in the traditional portable market. But then the Switch kind of came out with, I don't know, it's like this great, I say this all the time, it's this catch-all device where all of it works. All of these classic things, all of these old portable games and massive AAA games like Zelda and Super Mario 3D World, the indie stuff. It's an amazing system. And you can undock it and go wherever you want with it. It's just crazy. It's so cool. But portable, yeah, I mean, one thing that I really think about too all the time, because I've got this huge library of these old DS and 3DS games. I'm working on a side-scrolling superhero DS game. Recording the footage for it. Not having a great time with it, by the way. Spoiler alert. But I've got this big library of all these titles, and there's just no easy way to play these titles unless you keep your old portables charged up. And especially for me to create content around it, to record the footage. Like, I have the cables and all the stuff for the PSP to hook it up so I can play some of those old games. But I just wish there was an easier way to dive into that library. You should be able to play PSP on PS5. I know that sounds like sacrilege to the always forward-looking Sony execs, but Yeah, you shouldn't just throw out the classics, man. The classics should still be available. This is great. Catchy little chip tunes. Terry versus Terry. This is like Republicans versus Democrats in front of Mount Rushmore right now. It's hard not to think of politics when you see Mount Rushmore in the background. Ah! Preserve all games. Finite Joy. Yes, I'm with that. Oh, Scott Michael Hedge, do you have Metal Slug? The Neo Geo Pocket Color Metal Slug for your Switch? At Vic, totally should be able to play any game from past to present. Wish Sony would change their minds. Robert Turner, yeah, 100%. I know we're all on the same page with this. There's lots of us out there, too. I think Sony's probably working on some of that stuff in the background. They'll have a solution. I mean, that subscription model, which I know is kind of terrifying because we all feel like we won't own anything. But I think that's the ticket. I think that's the way to access massive archives. And honestly, that's probably a way that Stadia was feeling the burn on this too, because they just don't have an archive. They weren't building anything. And so they don't have something that they can just turn a switch on and then offer it up to people. They've got to work out all kinds of deals with partners. But if Sega wanted to make it, you know, a subscription thing where you could play every Sega game ever made, I think they'd do well. If Nintendo wanted to do that, they could do well. Sony, Xbox, they're doing well already. Yeah, it takes years. It takes investment. It takes nurturing. I wouldn't be surprised if SNK's kind of. I think they've resold their content so many times. I think it'd be tough for them to. Hey, you want to subscribe to the SNK network? Unless they already have that out there and I don't know about it. But I do love that they've preserved their games very well. I mean, the fact that I'm playing a Neo Geo Pocket Color in 2021, or a game on this platform, is mind-blowing. And I approve. I just love a good battle. Let's start with Felicia. Okay. Nice. Kicked his ass. They have all the themes. Ported down. Lo-fied up. I love it, man. Okay. Yes! It's really fun to play. I mean, it's not the original, but that's okay. Like some of the moves are the same, but it's just so fun. Robert Turner, it does feel like a dream, and it feels like a dream to be streaming it too, you know? Like, what a world. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh. This is dope. I love Maru. Stop moping, you're alive! That's like the motto for 2020 right there. Alright, here we go. Take it easy, Adrian. This is excellent. I mean, I just love that they lo-fied these incredibly complex games, and like they, what do they call it? They deconstruct, not deconstruct, but de-resed just seminal fighting games and moves and characters. Charlie Ward, 100%, man. I know. We all have backlogs. I think there's nothing wrong. I mean, I've come to have peace with it, where it's like we can't play everything, but we can play lots of things and try them out and see what kind of fits and what's good for you. And that's one of my favorite things about Xbox Game Pass, right? Is the opportunity for people to sort of taste test, or all the free games that the console companies are giving away, or Epic or Steam, you know? Like, there's lots of these different ways where you can sample. Even the old classic stuff that Nintendo's bringing out with the online services, where you can play some old Super Nintendo or NES things that, like, there's lots of those games. I never played them. I never saw them. I had already moved on from the NES to the Genesis, because I bought my NES late. I kind of came back to games after university, and so I got the Super Nintendo or the NES in like '89, months before the Genesis came out. And when I moved to the Genesis, I didn't really play much of the NES stuff, so I don't have a huge NES library. And I'd forgotten that like classics like Ninja Gaiden are just included in the Nintendo Online collection for the NES. And the old stuff is still worth playing, man. There's lots of great classic stuff that's worth checking out. Scott Michael Hedge, is that true? So the other fighters, like the flames in the background, would just be static images? This is a match for the ages. Terry versus Guile, or Guy. Oh! Kapow! Charlie, I have not played much of the Polymega. I think it's because when I kicked up the rundown, I've just been making so many daily videos that I haven't had time to go back. But I really want to connect with the Polymega folks and do the interview. I think this weekend I'm gonna boot it up, update everything, play some classic stuff. I love that machine, and I just really hope it comes out and it's fine and people are happy with it. Robert Turner, some of the Sega people worked on this. I wouldn't doubt that. It's tight, man. It's a real game. I'll show you what... I don't have another person here to play multiplayer. There's no online multiplayer, but I'll show you what they did with multiplayer. It's very clever. Oh! Morgana rocks. This is so good. You know, this reminds me of like when you see people do like a de-resed 8-bit version of a movie. It's kind of like that, right? You can, in your mind's eye, imagine what the full-fledged arcade game would look like. And then they scaled it down, and it's so clever. I love this. Oh! Alright, Kuma crushed me. Maybe this is how they should make Street Fighter versus Tekken. That never came out, right? They did the Tekken versus Street Fighter, but not the other way around. Man, that guy just wasted me. Am I down to my last? Yeah, Felicia. Okay, here we go. Oh. He's not fooling around. Cool. Got him with the tail. Oh no! I'm just pulling off moves. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Look at this epic finisher. Yes! Did I just win the tourney? Right on. Look at that. So cute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is so good. Oh no! Oh no! I'm out. That's it. Oh, it's excellent. That is so cool. Are you interested in the new Alex Kidd DX remake? Yes, that's the. Oh no, I'm thinking of the the Wonder Girl. It's not the Wonder Boy. It's the new Wonder Girl. That's what I'm interested in. I don't know about this Alex Kidd DX remake. I should check into that. Okay, so I'm gonna end this, and thank you for the super chats, Charlie. You're amazing. I'm gonna end this, and I'm gonna throw on the multiplayer just so you get a look at it. And unfortunately, we can't play multiplayer. So we're going to. So it gives you two controllers, or two systems. So if you had somebody else playing, if I had somebody else playing with me, they would have their own view on the action. So it's like two connected Neo Geo Pockets, which is so amazing. Yeah, it's Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World. That's the game that looks incredible. I can't wait for that. I love the last Wonder Boy game. That I think it was Wonder Boy. I get confused with Monster Boy and Wonder Boy. EP Primify. EP does have a Discord server. I'm not always in there, but lots of our people from the chat are. It's kind of like the chat continues into the Discord server. I'll pop it open here. Let's see if I can get it going. Give me a second here. Oh, I may have to log back in again. Let's see. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, Dolius the Wolf. Yeah, the titling on all of that is a little bit confusing. Okay, Discord is updating like crazy. Okay, so I'm going to pop out of here. That is a wonderful game, Match of the Millennium. Okay. Let's see if I can log into my Discord server. I know everybody has their Discord all set up, but I do so much editing. I try to like turn stuff off so I'm not distracted. Okay, yeah, I'm logging right back in. But I will link it right now here. Here we go. Okay. I'm finally in this thing. All right, I'm in. Now I can save it. All right, let's see. Boom. There's the EP Discord server. Please sign up. We do have tons of people in there, which is awesome. And some people are live in there right now, which is rad. And honestly, like, I will say this, the people that have been watching EP for a long time are very, very shrewd and smart and savvy and wonderful and kind and good looking. But just wonderful people to connect with and communicate with. You guys are all incredibly supportive of the channel and of me and of the stuff that I've done in my career. But I see that same level of respect given to everybody that you communicate with, and it makes my heart sing. How old am I? I'm gray and in my early 30s. You look young, but I can see some gray. I've been doing this a while. I'm 26 years into this. You can. I don't really like talking about my age. I'm not comfortable with that. But I've been doing this a little while. Let's say so. But you can Google me and you'll see exactly how old I am. Someone's going to tell me in the chat right now. Vic is 17. That's right. You got my age right there. Okay, let's pop into Cathedral. This is something that I just installed today. I haven't played this thing at all. Oh no, it's all good, Charlie. I just don't like. You know how people just attach. We as humans, we like to put each other in boxes all the time, and I don't know. I try to not think of myself in a little box, you know. And ageism is a deal for sure in this business, for sure, and likely on YouTube it is as well. So I just don't broadcast that stuff, but you can find out how old I am. How old do you want me to be? All right. I actually had a comment yesterday. I forget who it was, and I don't know. I apologize if you're in the chat right now, but somebody was saying that, dude, I'm liking your Reed Richards look. And I was like, oh my God, have I progressed to Reed Richards? I've looked like different people all the way along, and now I'm at the Reed Richards stage in my do, which is hilarious. Okay, so I'm gonna load up Cathedral. This is $100. Oh my God, man! I buy digital. Holy crap! Thank you so much. That's insane. Thank you. Wow, I buy digital. Game tendies for picking up GameStop stock. Did you get some? Did you get some GameStop stock? That's why you can put a super chat for $100. That's incredible. Thank you so much. It's cool. Just dye it black. Douglas Israel. Hairstyle is awesome. Thank you, Robert Turner. I want Vic to be my dad. Hilarious. I wouldn't mind being my dad. I think I'm a pretty good dad. Yes, sir. That's amazing. Way to go, I Buy Digital. That's incredible. That's awesome. I'm so happy for people that did well with that. Of course I have concerns for people getting screwed on all of that stuff, but I'm happy that that's happening. Yeah, that people made out like bandits. I think that's great. There's something to be said about the idea that there's a lot of passion behind supporting GameStop, because say what you will about the company and the business, it's just cool to have a retailer that's devoted to this medium that we can go to and hang out with our people, you know? There's lots of, baggage around EB Games and GameStop as part of, like, managing the business, but it's just good that there are video game stores, you know? I like that there's indie video game stores out there, too, and retro video game stores, but I think it's important. What do I think about Disney Plus for the rest of 2021? I think it's probably one of the best deals in entertainment. It's incredible. EP Primify, EB Games better than GameStop. I haven't spent tons of time in GameStop stores. but I think they're kind of analogous. All right, here we go. Let's go into picture-in-picture so you guys can see the game. It's called Cathedral. I hope you guys would tell me if the audio mix was weird. Thank you so much, iBuy Digital. That's amazing. Did it spike again today, Miss Hojat? Wow. There's 3 EB games where I live, Trevor Leahy. A&C Games on Spadina is my go-to in Toronto. I love A&C Games. That place is fantastic. Spent quite a bit of time there the last time I was in Toronto. How do you keep that hairstyle during quarantine? You should watch some of the. It took months before I was able to finally put on the mask, and the place where I get the barbershop where I go to get my haircut had a whole sort of policy. But I grew the hair out for a long time, and there's some vids from mid-2020 where it was just getting long and puffy and bushy, and I had spikes going everywhere. It's crazy. I've got some thumbnails where it's like, wow, what the hell? It's like I had something living up there. Wow, GME just doubled in the past 2 hours. Crazy. Just curious, are you trying out all the new indie games? I try out tons of indie titles. I absolutely do, and I find that the Switch is an excellent home for these, Charlie. I do like to give them a shot, and also I find streaming them is a very good way to kind of communicate around them, you know? Because when I put up a video review, because there's so little awareness on a lot of these games, of course they don't draw like the same type of traffic that I would get, or the same number of views that I would get for a giant Mario game or whatever, some AAA type thing. But streaming them is pretty fun because I think there is a lot of mutual discovery. Because a lot of times, like in this case, I haven't been able to play this at all yet. So this is you and I checking out this game together for the first time, just like that Taxi Chaos title. All right, here we go. Let's jump in. Nothing to do with the convo, but I just picked up Kirby Robobot for the 3DS based off of your review, Vic. I got a used 2DS XL at a great price. That's awesome, John. Is that something that you remember from back then, or did you watch? Is it archived on the YouTube channel or something? I always wanted to work at EPN, then City TV terminated the contract. Well, they didn't terminate the contract as much as they didn't we just didn't get renewed. They didn't have because G4 they were kind of winding G4 down, so that was the main catalyst for why Rogers was partnered with us. And then they found other avenues for us to put the programming on. We became a good fit for City TV. All of it was unfortunate, understandable, but things were changing so rapidly in television at the same time that YouTube was exploding, and there were, I had a broadcaster partner say, like, how can we compete with the amount of YouTube stuff that's coming out there? And I said, we shouldn't compete. We should put this stuff on YouTube as well and be everywhere with this material. But, television industry is shifting radically, and everybody's just trying to figure out how to survive it right now, these massive changes. Their jobs and to keep viewers there. And TV is like all predicated on the idea of there being a silo of content that they try to bring people to, as opposed to taking the content and scattering it everywhere. Now we're seeing some massive media companies doing that, but I think it's really hard to contain viewers into especially if it's information, because information instantly travels all over the place. It's just the minute something is revealed now in this world, it's everywhere at the same time. Like within seconds, it propagates on sites and in videos everywhere, right? So I think you need to program to that. You don't run away from it. You think about ways to incorporate that kind of strategy. Anyways, we're not talking about TV. We are talking about this game, Cathedral. ROTR, sponsored by Shaw TV. YouTube has changed things, yes. Hey, guys, thumbs up, Vic, if you haven't already. Thank you, Rathless. You rock. Nintendo's online doesn't help in finding diamonds in the rough sea. There needs to be a rating system. Yeah, Charlie Ward, 100%. They only have the top sellers and the top digital sellers. Very, very good comment right there. Okay, we're jumping down. Let's do it. So this looks like a cutesy version of Castlevania. I like it. I love that so many modern game makers have just taken what they grew up with and have reverse engineered pixel art and have just found new ways to keep it relevant and I guess respectful and like honoring some of the things that inspired them. I love it. There's a lot of it though, and so now you have to be really, really strong with your concepts and your mechanics in order to stand out there. And it's too soon for me to call. This is the first time I've turned this on, so I don't know if this is a good game yet or not. So far, it feels pretty good, though. Floaty little jumps. I'm on some kind of a wind turbine thing. iBuyDigital, can't believe that. Thank you so much. That's so kind. All right, here we go. Ah! This is more wide open than, oh, I'm dead already. So maybe it is, you get hit once. Maybe it's like a little bit of a roguelite. Not to be a weirdo, but I would like to see an excellent developer do something with the old Atari Joust. Joust was awesome. That's not weird. That's great. Ah, okay. Oh, no. Did come through. Okay, so okay. Some nice shading on the armor of this character. It's super cartoony. I like it. Okay, so I have to go up. Good music. Oh. Oh, come on. Up there, get it. Oh! I can't squeeze through there, okay. Have I played Double Dragon 4 for the Switch? No, I have not. I'm supposed to go up to this next level up here, it looks like. But I can't quite reach it. Can I knock the... No. And I can't squeeze through there. And maybe I have a double jump. No? No. Okay, come on. Get up there! Oh! No. It won't go up. It feels like it almost does. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. That was a little clunky. Don't jump up. Good animation. Good music. And now what, though? Down? Okay. Mm-mm. Can I go through there? No. Okay. Can't run. Get up. Pretty good leapers. Oh! Oh! I didn't know that that thing was shooting me. Eight-bit kind of vibe where you don't know what you can jump on in the background. Oh. I like the tunes. Oh, what am I doing? Come on down here. There we go. 1% chance to avoid damage when hit. More augmentations. Okay, cool. I played Goblin Sword on the iPhone. I thought that was pretty cool. They did a good job with that. Is there a Switch version of that? One game that I really dug was Evoland. And, what the hell was the thing called? Starts with a V. Valfaris? I love that game. It's kind of like, Bloodthorn meets Metroid. Okay. Oh, up, 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 up. Am I going back up here now? I don't quite know where I'm supposed to go. Oh, shit. Okay, get up there. Okay. I like this. It's not blowing my mind, but it's fun. Okay, can I get up there? I can. Okay, cool. Okay. It feels very NES, but with kind of Super Nintendo tech. Sorry, Bruce. I do swear, and they come out every once in a while. I'm only human. All right, so we got here before, but we didn't do anything. It didn't go anywhere. Okay, so... Why does it say there's something up here? Oh! It's kind of a slow burn. Okay, so I'm up here. It says that there's a... like there's a skull thing in here, but where is it? What am I looking for? Well, it's not down there. Oh, there's another, okay, let's go down this way. Oh! There we go. Checkpoint. Alright, here we go. down there. There's nothing I can do down there. Okay, let's see. Maybe there's something else up here. Okay. I'm digging this. There's a little bit of like trying to figure out what you can do. What is this? Is there something there? Okay. Okay. Alright, okay. The music's starting to get repetitive. It's good, but we've heard the same tune again and again. Alright. What did it do right there? Okay. Alright. Love mutant muds, Charlie. Yeah, that's Jules. I forget his last name. Wonderful, wonderful guy. These slime creatures kind of remind me of mutant muds a bit. Shovel Knight it. There we go. So I've been here. Ah, now I'm on the other side. Okay. All right, I opened that up. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is pretty good. Oh. It's not earth-shaking in originality yet. It's not Axiom Verge, but it's cool. It's very well made. Yeah, baby. I got the cathedral key. Yeah, a little Scrooge McDuck for sure. DuckTales action. I'm down to 1 health here, so if I die, we will switch to another game. I have one or two more games to take a look at here today. So I think this is what I'm going to do on Wednesdays. I'm going to do a live. Does that sound good to you guys? A little hump day sort of mix up on the routine. We'll do a live rundown, and then I'll play games for 2 or 3 hours, and we'll check out a bunch of stuff together. Does that sound all right? Okay, so back to the checkpoint. Can I bust all this? Let's see. Ah, juice. Think there's a chance Nintendo ever throws its 3D tech on the Switch? Like it's, what do you mean, like the Virtual Boy? Vic, have you played Little Nightmares 2? Thoughts? If yes, I have. It's superb. I streamed a whole bunch of it on our Twitch channel, actually, because I was playing it on the Xbox, and you could stream directly to Twitch from there. And, yeah, it's very good. I tweeted about the game while I was playing it, and the video piece that I shared with folks, I put a little clip up, is absolutely terrifying. I got a lot of response on that tweet, actually. So, yes, I have played it. It's great. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't. I've never played the original, by the way, so now it's making me want to play all of the Little Nightmares stuff. I'll probably come back with some thoughts on Little Nightmares too, because I'm still playing it, and I love it. So far. I'm liking these little mysteries, so maybe there's a double jump that I don't have yet? Something. I'll probably earn this. Oh, like the 3DS juice. Yes. I mean, I really want. That's what I've been saying. It's like I want to play some of those awesome games, but they'd have to be retooled, and I think that's the hesitation for Nintendo. They couldn't just do a straight port. They'd have to kind of rethink. This is cool. I got the key. There we go. Yeah, I like this. They'd have to rethink it, but yeah, it would be a crying shame for people to, you know, the only way they could ever play that stuff is if they get a system they'd have to go to a retro game store or whatever, you know? I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but I just think of the software, not so much the way to enjoy it hardware-wise. There's some cool games on those platforms, on 3DS and DS. It's cool that they're bringing back that Miitopia game, though, from 3DS for Switch. I'd like to see more of that. It's also a little bizarre that the Switch doesn't have a camera on it, right? Okay, hold. Nifty. Okay. Yeah, these are all mechanics we've seen in millions of games, but I don't know, it holds its own. It's fun. It's not difficult. This is no Cyber Shadow. But I don't think it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be much more exploratory. Okay. And Cyber Shadow is much more about precision. Can I save? Maybe I have to get to the checkpoint. They need to change up the music. We've heard this a lot. Alright, there's my checkpoint. Okay, that is good for this game. The one Joy-Con has a camera on it. Are you getting the Cotton reboot for Switch? I don't know. I don't know yet, Charlie. Re-releasing DS Classic and HD would be cool. Yeah, 100%. A 3D... Somebody can sideload a 3DS emulator on the Switch. Wow, crazy. Tommy Bakic saying, as much as this seems like a game I would enjoy, there are very few peaks from what I've seen. Kind of flatlined a bit. I mean, I'm not that far into it. What have I played? Like 45 minutes of this so far? Or 30 minutes of it? I've liked it. I haven't been blown away by it. It's not Cyber Shadow. Cyber Shadow is the thing that I've enjoyed the most today. Okay, so let's... we are going to go... that, and I'm going to switch this game out, and we're going to check out... what was the game I wanted to play today? We are going to check out some Gods Will Fall. This is another indie type game. Yeah, Charlie, go for it. It's got to be something on the Switch. I actually asked about Ghosts and Goblins. Let's see if they sent a code for that. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can hear my kid. She's playing on Roblox right now with her friends upstairs. It's so cute. All right. Roblox has been Mini Motor Racing X, please. I do like that game, and that game is awesome in VR, by the way. Let's see what we have here. Maybe there's... yeah, I have the code. Okay, so I'm going to pop to... this is what I really wanted to show off today. So I'm going to pop to full screen while I load in. Load in the code, and it'll download while we're playing this. So here we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, mini motor racing is great. I believe the first time I played it was on iPhone. The sort of isometric. It's like a new take on rock and roll racing, modernized. Really cool idea. And the VR game is crazy because you can get into the driver's seat. So you can pop, and it's sort of like you're playing a slot car game, and then you can go right into first person and play in the driver's seat. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Those kinds of games are great in mobile, actually. They're great for mobile. You know what is an amazing VR experience is the Zen pinball stuff, because you can go right up to the pinball table and you know, put your face down on the table and just look at it from every single angle. It's really trippy. Okay, FC7. Oh, I shouldn't yell out the code. Okay. Great. So this will download. We'll play a little. We'll play a little Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection after while this is down. So we'll play that in a second here. But right now we're going to play Gods Will Fall. And let's go to picture-in-picture. 1 second. There we go. Let's see if anything else. Okay. All right. So Gods Will Fall. Venture Kid. I haven't played that. I don't know if I have that. So I think it's going to be Gods Will Fall, and then I'm going to jump into Ghosts and Goblins. We're going to end with Ghosts and Goblins because that just came out today. Okay. So we are going to go from... we're going to load the game. Now, this is a roguelike overhead experience. It's kind of like a... you know, you're collecting loot, and you're taking care of bad guys and stuff. I haven't played too much of it, but I like it. So the first thing that you do is you choose one of these characters. So you take them out of the thing, and I don't know if there's a map or something that I can go to. So we're going to go up here, and I'm not controlling all of these characters all the way along together. It's got a really cool art style, doesn't it? Let me pop it in a full screen so you guys can get a better sense of what it looks like. I haven't played it enough that I know everything that's going on, by the way. So I'm going to enter the dungeon. So you enter the dungeon by choosing one of the characters. Let's go with... Here we go. So we enter... Diablo 2 Resurrection. Yeah, I can't wait for that. Scott Michael Hedge. All you got to do is commit your whole life to covering games. That's it. And then you build up the relationships and you know, get to know the publishers and the developers and make lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of content, and then you can ask for review codes, and then they can come your way. And before I started, you had to figure out what partner you could have that would run the stuff that you are making. Now you don't even have to think about that. There's millions of ways to create your own identity out there. So, yes, the review codes are wonderful, and I appreciate them very much, you know, as I've worked with these studios and companies over the years. But it's part of the process of being able to build the content. All right. But there is, you know, 100%. If any of you want to be reviewing things, there is not one thing in the world stopping you from doing that now. There's a lot of power in every individual's ability to become a, you know, a voice in a media entity of some kind. or even better, like our friends at the Virtual Boys, who are two singular YouTubers, have decided to pair up and create their own brand and their own podcast. I like to see that quite a bit, actually, because I feel like what is missing, I say this often, is, you know, this kind of shared discussion around stuff, like partnerships and like a cooperative kind of dissection of what's going on in the business is very, very good. And I had that for so long with the television programming, and it's what I miss the most. I love all of the people that I was able to work with, and I would like to have a budget to be able to hire a bunch of them again and build lots of cool things. But until I manage to put that together, I will just keep making cool things and fun things and have you guys along for the ride. And then even if and when I do find the budget to hire more people, the YouTube kind of connection will continue, because why would that stop? It's pretty cool, right? It's like it's a little slower paced Diablo-esque. It's kind of fun. I agree. I like making content with other people. Yeah, it's really great. That's why I you know, as much as I do the news and my reviews and all that stuff, I also love the interviews, and I love when I can get together with people like Bear or Johnny Millennium or Jose, or, you know, folks that have a little bit of time and they can partner up with me and we can make some stuff. But you know, I was an employer for so long, and I had the ability to like create a team around me. You know, we had a small team and then we grew into a larger team. So I've had a real. I don't like asking people to for favors, you know. So that's why I don't like ask all of my old reviews on the run colleagues and say, can we shoot reviews? Like I was able to pay them for their work before, and I'd like to be able to do that again. And that's why I don't do it. And honestly, it's been I haven't really talked about this, but that's been a thing with Patreon for me too. Like, I don't want to make tons of video content where I'm always reminding people about Patreon. You know, especially these days, you know, I know that if you like the stuff, if you're here, you're subscribing or you're commenting or whatever, you're supporting. And if you like the stuff, then, you know, you have an ability to go to a membership, and I appreciate all of that so much, or super chats. But I just don't want to turn the content into like a constant reminder of ways that you can support. And I don't want to be asking for favors all the time, you know? Like, I know, and that's the modern way that content gets made, but I just had this really amazing luxury where I actually had partners that saw value in the content that we were making, and they would give me a license fee, and we would spend that money on making tons of content, and it was awesome. Thank you, Goku. Absolutely, Charlie. That's been my whole thing. Like what I tell people, I wasn't like a TV producer who said, hey, I should make a show about games because the kids like games. It was like, I love video games. How do you make a show? and I would like to know who makes these things, and I know I would love to watch that, so I'm going to do that, and that's how I sold it. And that's what I've learned about producing as well, whether it's YouTube or, you know, you're making a big TV show. Like, don't work your ass off making something just because it's going to make you money. Like, there are a lot of people that would much rather, that would like love to have the opportunity to make something that would make a better thing because they love it, as opposed to you just taking a gig or forcing yourself to work in that. And I've saw so many people in TV that hated their job, and they just took the job because it was just a job. And I just thought to myself, like, how miserable is that? Like, there are tons of jobs that will pay you even more money, that if you don't like your job, why bring that to content creation, you know? If you're making something, love it. Love what you're making. It's incredibly important. But a lot of people don't, man. Even to this day, there's a lot of people in TV and movie making that they just hate what they do and they do it. And honestly, I feel like it shows in the end product and in games too. Okay. Yeah, because not only are you not, as an individual, you are not enjoying what you get to create, but you're taking that opportunity from somebody that would potentially enjoy that opportunity to create, you know? So it's a double-edged thing. Ah, right on, Goku. Battle mode, Bainbridge. Thanks, brother. Thank you. Right on, Serpens. That's the way to do it. Okay. I got a little bit lost on where I was supposed to go here. So it's... You can tell it's a slow burn, so what can I do here? Can I pick that up? What is it? Yes, okay. So now I have a stick with a skull on it. Okay. We should all have one of those. The old skull stick. Now, what do I do with this? And where do I go? Oh, Cyber Shadow, Charlie Ward, you gotta love that game. I mean, you don't gotta love that game. I think you're gonna love that game. Okay. I don't know where to go. Do I go up here? I apologize to anybody who I'm offending with my terrible accent. I am trying it. My wife and I are watching Men in Kilts with the Outlander dudes. Scotland is incredible. It's one of my favorite places on Earth. It's so cool to watch that. It's a travelogue show about these two guys that work on Outlander, and then they were very smart. They made a travel show, and they travel around and visit all kinds of cool places across Scotland. Scotland. I love it. Okay, here we go. Acid Riot Life. Thank you for joining with the exclamation mark. I love it. Okay. All right. So far the NPCs are really dumb. I think it's just training me. I like the vibe of the game, right? Like there's some nice lighting. It's very moody. It's very evocative. It's very violent. It's a little bit different from a lot of the 2D pixel stuff and the indie stuff that I've been playing in today's Let's Play session. Like the drums music. There's a foreboding Skull Island kind of vibe to all of this. But it's slow. So slow. And look at this dumb guy. Is it because I'm wearing a skull stick? Or I have a skull stick? Oh, it's destroyed now. Oh, thanks, Charlie Ward. You know, I read Harry Potter to my kid, and I enjoyed trying to find voices. I turned, oh my god, I'm forgetting character names. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm alright. The old wizard guy. What's it, the old wizard guy? Dumbledore. I turned Dumbledore. I tried to perform Dumbledore while I was reading the book as Patrick Stewart. And every once in a while I could feel like I got close, but I couldn't really. I can't do it right now. I have to hear it or really think about it. The only one that seems to come fairly easily is Obi-Wan Kenobi. You've got the higher ground now, Anakin. It's because of that line. I can just say that line and I can get into that vibe. Patrick Stewart, yeah. Talk like a British Cockney if you can. I'm from the UK, London, so it'll make me laugh. Oh my god, a British Cockney. Oh my goodness. I don't think I could. I'd have to watch like The Gentleman or something and riff on that, which I love that movie, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. There's Guy Ritchie doing Guy Ritchie. This feels like it's like the tongues of giant titans have been stretched across these rocks. It's way more demonic sounding than the game actually is. Yes, I can do Michael Caine. I'm Michael Caine. Can't quite get it yet. I'm Michael Caine. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard when you're on the spot. Just pull that stuff out. I want to see the world burn, Mr. Wayne. I want to see the world burn, Mr. Wayne. Michael Caine. I'm Michael Caine. When I was reading my daughter books when she was like 2 or 3, I used to say, okay, should I do every voice as Michael Caine? And she would, no, Michael Caine. She didn't know who the hell I was talking about, but she just did not want Michael Caine as every character. It was very cute. Okay, we've made it to something epic here. Here we go. This is called Gods Will Fall. Giant spider fight. I can do Sean Connery, yes. Pulls a knife, you pull a gun. Sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's how you get Capone. That's the Chicago way. Rest in peace, Sir Sean. Okay. Pretty cool. I like the art. I just kicked the spider. I love it. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh! Thanks for the great show. Being able to watch reviews on the run before the times of YouTube was a big part of my childhood. Oh, that's great. That's great, Greg. Outtrim. That's awesome. Is that your real name, Greg Outtrim? It's a good name. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Okay, so I died. Do I have to climb all the way back up to that spider and beat up all these guys that aren't looking at me? And Alice is tripped and trapped inside, so I have to go and rescue her. Okay. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see how different it is. Sure, we'll get it. I've got a wooden shield. I don't know how I got that. Yeah, I like the art. It's cool. Junior, let it go. I named the dog Indiana. All the young kids don't even know Vic was OG TV gaming news. I do get a lot of like, who is this guy? What? You know, I got a lot. It always made me laugh. People would be saying, "Why is this guy outside? Why is he?" They had no idea that I've been doing that for 25 years. They had no, they didn't know reviews on the run. That always made me smile. But I don't know. I've been YouTubing now for 5 years or so, and people are starting to get a better idea of the way that I do the content and the type of content that I do. It's fun to kind of sprinkle in some of the TV know-how or lessons into the material. Like I think the rundown has taken some people by surprise because it's like bam, 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 and I love that there is that energy in it. That's TV timing. And it's not as tight as I would like it to be because I'm doing it all alone. But I'm in that direction, and the internet likes to take its time sometimes, which is fine. I don't know what I just picked up, like a cabbage or something. I don't know what I got here. Okay. So I think this is a slow burn type game. This is not like this guy's just. Oh, can I? Do I have this shield? How do I use it? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I have the shield. This guy's poking me with a fork. Oh, he's big and he's slow. Okay. Oh, I just gave myself a little bit of health. Okay. Look at the waves and everything. Like they worked on this, man. This is I think this is a game that I need to, like, soak up. I love he's wearing, like, Kratos makeup all over. He's got a big belly. It's awesome. Yeah, it's lovely. There is kind of like a watercolor kind of vibe to it all, too. Juan Castillo says, "Hey Vic, have you seen the new game Curse of the Dead Gods? It's like Hades 2.0, eerily similar visuals and gameplay." Well, that doesn't sound too cool. Do you think they borrowed that off? Have you played Redeemer for Switch? Is that the is that the Cyberpunk game that I'm thinking of, Redeemer? Charlie, I can't remember if I have. Ah, Robert, you're very kind. I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. I wish I could run. That is a lot of back that we're seeing on this guy, right? Short's too short. Plays like a top-down game similar to what you are playing, Redeemer. It sounds familiar. I don't know if I've played it, but I think I've seen it. Scott Michael Hedge, I'm really looking forward to playing Bravely Default 2. Nintendo tends to give me the codes on the launch day, which is fine. I play the games during the weekend usually, and then I come back and talk about it. So hopefully, that comes out on Friday, I think, right? So hopefully I'll get the game on Friday, and I'll play it through the weekend, and I'll come back with some thoughts on Monday or Tuesday. Similar to the Baldur's Gate games. Cool. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, my friends. I don't know where I went last time. Oh, I went up this boat. That's right. Okay, so it has perspective puzzles here because it's all from an overhead perspective. This guy is just so slow. Holy mackerel. Come on, go, go, go. Curse of the Dead Gods have been around for a long time. They certainly didn't copy Hades. If anything, Hades maybe copied it, although I think they both just developed at the same time. Oh, okay. I gotta check out Curse of the Dead Gods. Hades is exceptional. God, we live in such an amazing time. I mean, there is this lack of huge companies that make AA things, but there are so many amazingly talented indie game companies that make stuff that's just as good as AA. Or just as good as AAA sometimes. Okay, this guy is just so weak. Alright. Can I run? Can I move faster? Okay, oh, I've got... oh, the A button does move faster. Okay, here we go. That's good. Uh-oh. Oh, so he's dead. Okay. I think we're okay for this one. This is a slow burn game. It's going to take me a long time to kind of digest it. But there's a little taste of Gods Will Fall. And now what we're going to do is we are going to pop into Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. I watched Johnny Millennium's review on this. He was not blown away by it. But he is a super big fan of the classic game. But I'll tell you, it made me want to play it very much, his review of it. Because this is, it's got a different art style. They didn't go for the pixel art. I guess they thought, the developers, that there's so much pixel art that's out there right now, and Capcom. It uses the Resident Evil engine? Are you kidding? Okay. It's an okay game, Dad Dude, Johnny. Yes. He did say that again and again, didn't he? But they use what looks a little bit like it's flash art, you know, like it's paper cutout art with arms and legs kind of moving around interdependently. But let's get into it. Let's check it out. Let's play it. Let's see if I'm having fun. Start the game. Let's go. Let's do it. Here we go. Legend? No. Let's play, Squire. Let's see if I can get anywhere in this game. Oh, okay, so it mixes ghouls and ghosts and goblins. Okay. Charlie Ward, Ghosts and Goblins is fantastic. Digital Foundry said so. Trust me, though, it looks good. I mean, I like it. I like this art, I mean. It does look puppety, but it is 3D. It's not Flash. It's not 2D. You can see that there's... It's puppety, but it's not like a paper doll type thing. I think this is going to start kicking my ass pretty quick here. Well, we're on Squire mode, so maybe not. It does feel like there's a bit of a... tiny bit of a delay when you press the button. It's like the shot comes out afterwards. What is that thing up there? It's good. Okay. Already half naked. Just how I do the podcast. The No Pants podcast. It's. Are you guys the same? Like, oh, I'm dead already. Is it weird when you put the pants on? I kind of liken it to putting on the bat suit. It's like I get dressed up to go outside. I've just been wearing shorts for the last year. In fact, I need to buy more shorts because I wear shorts all day, every day, baby. Are you guys the same, or is that just weird? Do you guys actually get dressed and wear the... I know a lot of people are working, and I've got a very weird thing of working from home. But even still, even if you're working, you're probably spending a lot more time at home than you ever did before. Ah! I put my pants on one leg at a time. Just like to disagree about that then. It has just been an all-around weird year. Just wear kilts now. There we go. That's very in keeping with our love of Scotland. Charlie Ward, do you get up to Scotland? We were at a wedding in 2019 just not on the Isle of Skye, but in a town where you could see the Isle of Skye. Forget the name of it. It was beautiful. Oh! PJ pants 24/7 and then snow pants on top if I have to go outside. Matthew Winstone. I stay dressed. My family would not be happy, dad dude. This game is awesome. Me, I want to play that. Reviewer, this other game is terrible. Also me, I want to play that. Bruce McLavy. Make up your own mind, absolutely. I think the best course, and this is for all entertainment, is to kind of find voices that you align with or you respect. Because sometimes people don't like things, but they explain why in some really wonderful ways. But then, yes, you know, sometimes the 6 out of 10s can entertain you really, really well. I found that all the way along, whether it's movies or games or whatever, you know. Usually if it's lower than a 6, though, from a reviewer that you trust, probably not going to love it. Oh, I need that armor. I'm already getting my butt kicked. This is not a game to be taken lightly. We're in Cyber Shadow territory here. Okay. I think this game looks pretty damn cool, actually. All right. There's a lot of stuff going on. Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh no. Ah, I mean, the art is really detailed. Ah. Shoot. I'm in my underwear, people. Ah! Oh! It's chaos. Vic, never been to Scotland, but would like to go there. Was planning a trip up there one day to meet some of the Mrs. family. Charlie, you would love it. Edinburgh is like one of my favorite cities that I've ever visited. Oh! Okay. Oh, the blue flame. Johnny was talking about this. He's not a fan. Oh, shit. It's chaos, man. There's a lot going on. Daggers. Great music. I've just played a whole stack of indie games, and there was some really good work in them, but this is the difference between a major studio revisiting a classic game in 2021. Like, there is a lot of... Say what you will about the choices, there is a lot of work. Like, sonically and with all of the detail and the art. People worked really hard on this game. Or there was a small army that made it. Ooh. Oh, crap. This was not made by one person. Ah! I'm a skeleton. Check out the shape of your circumstance. He wears the dress and she wears the pants. Here comes Jill, and she needs romance, but you can't do jack, so shut up and dance. Oh, man. SMS 34, absolutely, yes. I did love Ghosts and Goblins. I think I had the Genesis game, but it was always so difficult for me that I've always been a player that I can only take so much punishment and then I move on. That's why the Souls games are I respect them madly, but I don't have the skills or the patience or the time to get good. Playing the Neo games on the PS5 and the remastered games, and they're gorgeous. Holy crap! But they're so hard. I'm still playing through Demon Souls, which is just exquisite on the PlayStation 5. Oh, come on. Dude! Holy mackerel. Okay, I need a strategy here. That's what I need. Right on, David. Thank you so much for being here. Have you ever come by the stream before? Have you watched some of the live streams that we've done? I love when people just find the channel or catch some of the content, and it's been a while. Like, people remember me from the TV show. Because if you are new, welcome. And boy, do you have a lot of content to catch up on. We've been busy on this channel. Ooh. And in fact, the rundowns are daily again. Brought it back. Turning it into about a 10-minute show every day. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less. And cover all the stuff, all the games and entertainment, some tech stuff, just like classic EPTV. Sometimes have little interview sound bites in them. Sometimes, like on Friday, we do a kind of a spoilery chat about. Well, now we're doing WandaVision. I'm doing WandaVision, but we'll probably move on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier and some of the other stuff that's headed our way. A little bit of everything. Oh, I got a pearl necklace. This is cool. Oh, God. I'm a fan of the art. I like the art. Oh, shit. These guys suck. You don't want to get too close to them. You don't want to do what I've been doing every time I've come up to them so far. Sometimes I miss some of your live streams due to the time difference. Yeah, Charlie, I can imagine. Actually, I'm going to pause this here for a quick sec. So tomorrow, there is the 2 p.m. PlayStation State of Play reveal, and I had planned to do a regular rundown tomorrow, but I think it makes sense for me to do another stream with it, because that's probably the biggest thing that's going to happen tomorrow. It's like Sony's going to reveal a bunch of new games. So I'll do a live chat around that tomorrow, and then I'll recap it for Friday's rundown, and I'll also do a little bit of a except right, I talked about this on the stream. My power company has sent out a notice that the power is going to be shut off for at least part of Friday. So I might not be able to do a rundown the way that I normally do it. I might have to do it all on my phone or something like that, away from the which would be so weird. I've done that before. So I'll figure out the rundown and the discussion around WandaVision on Friday. And then I'll also recap what happens in the State of Play. I'll post that video, and then, assuming I have power, I'm going to do another live stream on Friday, but it's a Vic's Basement podcast conversation, and my guests are going to be TQ Jefferson, who has been an executive and a game developer in the industry forever. I've actually had him on a Vic's Basement earlier. He's wonderful. He worked on a ton of Spider-Man and Marvel stuff during his time with Activision, and I want to talk to him about that, because Chris Baker is also going to be joining us, and he's worked at Marvel and at Lucas. He's currently working at Zen. He's a creative director, so he's been making games, but he's worked in the press as well. He's also a massive fan of the superhero space and video games. He's got a channel devoted to superheroes and video games. And Evan Narcissus, who is a former journalist, but he's shifted over into writing content for games, and most recently worked on Spider-Man Miles Morales. So I've got those three gentlemen scheduled for a 5 p.m. stream, so a slightly different time, 5 p.m. Pacific time, Vic's Basement on Friday. And I'm so looking forward to having those guys on the show and chatting with them, because you guys know I'm a huge nerd for the superhero video games. So that's going to be the focus of the conversation. But I need to have power. So hopefully I have power, and if I have power, I'll let everybody know that it's on. But that's scheduled for 5 o'clock on Friday Pacific time. So please come back for that. And then please come back tomorrow when I should have power, should be no problem. I'll have the State of Play stream. We'll be live with that. We'll chat back and forth about some of the stuff that they're revealing, and that should be a lot of fun as well. And if I have time, I'll put together some thoughts on whatever news erupts between now and tomorrow at 2 o'clock. But that'll be good. The Nintendo one was a lot of fun. I was a little disappointed with, the lack of huge surprise, but there was lots to talk about. I had a good time last week, so I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific if you're around and available. Oh man, I am not good at this. I'm about as good at this as I was at Cyber Shadow. Okay. All right, with 10 more minutes of this, and then that's gonna do it for the stream today. And maybe I can get past these damn plant bosses. I like the mix. The audio mix. Woo! Oh, damn it. Oh, thank you. I wish I had a diagonal. Alright, come on, come on. I'm gonna stay back here. There we go. Gotcha. Oh! I'm in my ginch! There we go. Okay. Yay! Something good happened. Oh, I'm liking this. Hmm. I mean, it's different, but I like that it's different. If they had just made the pixel version of it in high definition, it would be cool. Maybe there's a different art mode in here. Maybe you can unlock some stuff too. I don't know. Okay, I'm way back here again. Okay, alright, alright. I can take it. Abuse me, game. I can deal with it. I played Bloodborne. I can deal with this. Oh, relentless. Ouch. Oh, I am past. I'm past the, past those big things. Okay. Skip it. Let's go. Let's go fight this demon. Oh, god damn. That guy's hard. A kingdom for a diagonal shot. Come on. That's weird. Why is he flying into the floor? Come on now. Come on! No! I want that mobility. Come here, man. That's ridiculous. What? Am I just supposed to keep running? Oh, shit. Give me that. Oh, no, I'm a frog. Oh, come on. Oh, that's great. Vic, you just found a glitch. He shouldn't go in the floor like that. Is that true, Charlie? Whose birthday is it? It's my birthday, but I can't have a party because of lockdown. Oh, Gio, that sucks, man. This is kind of a party. It's kind of a retro game party, this one. You're with a great group of people here. Happy birthday from Val. That did not look right, no. Oh yeah, it does look like Demon's Crest Demon. Yes, it does, doesn't it? I was thinking that too. Okay. Man, that's not fair, Howie. He's got like a stomach in his crotch. Did you guys notice that? It's weird. I shouldn't be looking there, but he's so spread eagle I can't help myself. I don't want to be a frog again. Can you blame me? Oh, what's this? Oh, this is cool. Okay. Oh man. Oh, well I got past the checkpoint. Did you see he's got like these six-pack abs where his crotch is. I mean, I know I shouldn't even talk about it, but it is the Demon's Crest Demon. Cool. Well, there goes pants. Yeah, nope, I'm pantsless. It's the way I like to play the game. In my gaunch. Alright. There we go. Oh. Okay. Oh, for frack's sakes. Vague Zone Podcast. Maybe you're just supposed to run from him. I think so, right? It is ridiculous, right? Okay. It feels like the old game to me. It doesn't feel, like it's, like completely changed the mechanics. Am I dead? Yep. Man. Fumbler. Crazy how much detail is shown in the art style here. It's true, right? I know that Ghosts and Goblins is on the Sega Genesis Mini, and this is making me want to do a side-by-side. I kind of want to play it again. Oh. God damn. Oh. Oh, man. Cool creature. Yeah, I'm loving all the little details. It looks cool. I can understand why, you know, people would not like this art, but I like it. It feels very deliberate and specific, like they really wanted it to feel fresh, but you know, honor the work that was done in the sort of animated stuff with all the pixels. Because they did an incredible job back in the day to make it look like a cartoon. I remember seeing this game in the arcade and it just completely blew my mind. Oh! Oh, I needed that little thing. Uh-oh. Ooh, all right. Oh, come on. Where do I go? I feel like I'm stuck here. Oh, take it back to here. Okay. Okay. And then come on down here. Yes, okay. Oh, shit. No, no, no. Oh, damn. This is on the Nintendo Switch Fumbler. And you know what? I think that's going to do it. I'm going to play more of this, and I'll have some thoughts, and I'll stream again next Wednesday. I think this is going to become a pretty consistent thing. So we'll be doing a lot of rundowns. I'll go to full screen here. We're going to be doing the Friday Vic's Basement. I'm going to try to make those as live as often as possible, although I've got an interview that I'm going to be putting together with one of the lead animators on the Raya and the Last Dragon animated movie from Disney. I think I can tell you it's great. It's great. It's a really cool film. Really cool film. I saw it with my kid, and we both loved it. But it was a great convo, and I'll put that together for you guys, and that'll be up soon. But so there'll be rundowns every day. On Wednesdays, it will be a live rundown. Vic's Basements on Fridays, and then interspersed in between there will be some reviews on the run and some side-scrolling superheroes. So, if you haven't subscribed to EPN, please do. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your super chats today. I was really blown away by all the love you guys show me and show Electric Playground. It's incredible. Thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with some brand new content. Please come and join me with the PlayStation State of Play at 2 o'clock Pacific. So we'll see you then. And until then, play forever.